Hey everyone, and welcome to the Tippity Top Podcast, the show where we discuss our top personal picks for various random topics. I'm your host, Tyler, and today I am joined by my wonderful co-hosts, Chipper Thurber, Cody English,
hello there,
and the ever so wondrous Brennan Matthews.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Probably terrible.
Well, I hope not.
It's Earth.
It's Earth. Life as we know it is grinding to a very
We're
monotonous
dying.
halt. But hey,
We can never escape this mortal coil.
you should do nihilist art beast tweets.
Just got off to a great start. So today we're talking about our top 5 local multiplayer games, and I'm very excited about this.
Split screen.
Yeah, and we're excluding co-op just because that gives us a chance to do that as a separate list later. And obviously online is out of this also, because we want to spread that content out. We're going to do that later too.
Land parties only, bud.
Yeah. Sitting on the couch with your boys, having beers, and playing games. That's what this is about. This is about childhood gaming.
Better not be a
Jerking some
screen
meat.
cheating motherfucker.
Yeah. So, I guess we'll just get right into it. If y'all don't know how the Tippity Top podcast works, basically, all we're going to do is we're going to go over our personal top 5 favorite local multiplayer games. And we're going to go around the hypothetical room, and we're going to start with our number 5s, work our way up to our number 1s. And today, Chipper, you're going to start us off. Hit us with your number 5 local multiplayer game, my friend.
All right, so my number 5 is Zapper, One Wicked Cricket.
Okay,
I'm gonna need a little more context.
please explain, because I don't know what the fuck this is.
So the main premise of this game is you are a cricket that has shock powers. It's basically Frogger, but a platforming style.
Okay.
There is an evil vulture that is trying to lay eggs and breed more vultures, and you have to destroy those eggs constantly.
What
So-
the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's a weird ass motherfucking game. It's amazing. So in the multiplayer, there's 5 game modes. There is, I think there's one where you destroy the eggs. Whoever can destroy the most eggs in a game. There's soccer, which is where you take these things called ant zappers, which are just, they sit still and they don't move around, and you pick them up and you throw them in a electric goal, and they will zap you if you don't pick them up right. And also, what's going on is since there's local multiplayer, everybody else is trying to zap you and trying to get it in your goal. I think it's 2v2 because it's a GameCube game / PlayStation 2.
Ooh. And apparently Game Boy Advance game, according to Google image search,
Really?
which
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
didn't
is
know
just
that.
a fantastic port of this game, as all Game Boy Advance ports were.
Well, the campaign for that would be fine, but for multiplayer, Game Boy Advance would be god awful, I bet, because it's so
Wow.
tiny and you can already barely see yourself. But I had a lot of fun with this game growing up because I was really into it, because it was a lot like Frogger, and it was like our generation's Frogger, so it was a lot of fun for me. And I would just wreck everybody that came into my house,
I
and
wonder why.
because I was literally the only one that played it. I paid $5 for that game, and I think it was a $30 game as soon as
Well,
it
hey,
launched.
I would like to throw out that you wasted money on it, because now it's only $2.79 according to eBay.
Yeah, but
Oh
at
no,
that
I
time,
lied. Okay, it depends on where you're getting it from.
Yeah, but at that
Some
time,
asshole's charging $15 for the Game Boy Advance port. What a fucking con artist.
That's more than nostalgia.
Good lord.
Yeah,
But anyway.
but yeah, so there were a couple of different games.
56.42!
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm
Oh,
telling
it comes
you.
with
It's
Devil May
fucking
Cry
great.
2 also. What a weird combination of games.
Devil May Cry 2. It's
Devil May Cry
Zapper.
says
sold as a fucking combo.
Devil May Cry is
Jeez.
51.32.
Yeah, they just fucking threw in Zapper for free.
Like, oh, here's
Oh,
a
man.
top. Throw something on top.
So I'm looking at images of this, the box art, I'm going to throw this up on screen because, like, this cricket seems like he just got away with something and he's not telling us what it was.
Dude, I'm telling you, that cricket, it's evil. Like, you were the villain of the game. They try to make you seem like you're the hero, but you're destroying vulture eggs for no reason. But
that's impressive, though. Vulture eggs are big, aren't they? Like, this dude's a fucking cricket. How does one destroy an egg that's like twice the size of their body?
No,
like,
you can zap them or you can just stomp on them.
Oh.
Yeah, you see his antennas.
What the fuck?
How
does he stomp on it? He's not that big.
Because, okay, so it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's kind of like a board game, so there's so many pieces. And it's also like Frogger, so like you can just move, but there's like squares. And you don't have to roll any dice, you just move, and there's like certain enemies that will jump at certain times at you, and you just have to time it out and like zap them, and then you want to try to get as many eggs as possible. But it's kind of co-op, kind of a local multiplayer. It's who can ever finish a level faster is like the most intense one, because it's just like, since it's so clunky and so intense, you're just like, I gotta get there first, and then you wanna... So, like, when you come up to an enemy that will jump at you at the wrong time, like, you just want to wait there and try to psych your teammate out / opponent out and just fuck them up and try to get through the level. And then there's the multiplayer mode where it's like soccer and collect the gems and shit. It's just a lot of fun because... I don't know. It's so different and weird.
I mean, hey, I do love obscure PS2 multiplayer games, as we'll find out later on in this podcast. But no, like
the most unique game on the list, most likely, right?
Oh yeah,
probably.
I'm saying, like,
I mean, it's so
I thought
weird.
I had obscure shit on my list, but nothing is coming close to this.
Yeah,
so.
I've never even heard of that. Shit.
No, barely. And it's sold very poorly.
I am
can
shocked.
imagine. Like,
No pun intended.
I'm shocked.
But it was a lot of fun. It was just really intense when you played with other people. So like, I like that as it's why I made my top 5.
Nice. I mean, I'm really tempted to like look up gameplay of this just so I can like get a grasp of what this actually is, because I am so like, I can't even like completely envision this in my head. So
I will preface it as this: it is a horrible game. It's so fucking clunky, and it makes sense with the early 2000 games because the story mode is you are just a cricket trying to destroy vulture eggs for literally no reason. I think he like attacks you, like the vulture like flies over you, and you're like, oh, I gotta crush those eggs that he's laying there for no reason.
His daddy raised him to hate the vultures, so now he's just like,
His daddy's like
viciously racist against them. I'm gonna kill their unborn kids.
Like,
Pretty much.
Stomp them on the fucking concrete.
Oh,
Fuck, cut that out.
I'm gonna make them bite the fucking curb. Cut that out.
But yeah, that's my number 5. It's a great. It may be clunky, but it's really fun because of it's just really intense.
Fair. You know, that's a respectable pick. I love obscure shit. Brennan,
Damn it.
try and top that. What's your number 5?
Oh, my number 5. Man, I went back and forth the last couple of days to think about this, but my number 5, it's an oldie but a goldie. GoldenEye 007.
Ooh.
Kicking it back to the 64.
Legendary
baby.
classic.
It's
It's
just,
a lot of fun.
I mean, like, that, and I just got some news. It's going to get a remaster
Ooh.
at some
It's
point
been
in the next
remastered
couple of
already
years.
for Xbox.
I mean, it has, but it's going to get, like, a new one for, like, the next, like, generation or whatever.
Gotcha.
But it's the infancy of first-person shooters, which is kind of like my genre of choice when it comes to split-screen games.
Right.
Like, you know, like, no screen cheating, like, oh, fucking, you know, like, it's just... Yeah, like,
Get the dividers up.
no, like you take, like,
Just fucking put cardboard across the screen.
no, yeah, like me and my buddies, we used to get like a blanket and like get it and like tape it
For
to the
real?
TV.
Yeah.
Oh
and like
my God.
one guy'd be like under the blanket, the other guy would have his head above, and we'd play.
I didn't think people actually did that.
No, I did that.
Sure, yeah.
No,
We
me and
did
my buddy
that
Rob,
for
we used
Call
to
of
do that all the
Duty.
time.
That's awesome.
But like, I mean, and of course, like other houses, like we did cardboard and shit. But like that was the game. That was probably the first game where like friendships were tested. Like as far as like people would get so fucking pissed off that you screen cheated, motherfucker. Like just like shit like that, you know, like just on a whole new level. And I think that's great because I love the competitive nature that like I didn't realize my friends had or possessed. Mm-hmm. I think that's important with non-co-op split screen multiplayer games, and I just think GoldenEye is like the original. I mean, unless you count like fucking Pong or something.
Well,
I
wouldn't.
Pong's not screen cheating.
Count Pong as the original first-person shooter.
Yeah, but it's the original like get pissed game.
Dude, what if they made a fucking Pong remaster
game
that was first-person?
Oh my god!
Oh, someone did do that. Someone modded Pong.
Wait, really?
Yeah, for real.
What the fuck? All right.
See, that'd be cool if like you know the bar that you control.
Yeah.
Like you're in like the bridge of like the Enterprise. And, like, the block is like your ship, and you have to like command it to go like up and down on the screen.
Oh my god!
If it were like that kind of first person.
Why would you be
I've never
playing
heard of
Pong with
remastered,
the Enterprise?
No, I'm just saying like for reference.
Okay.
Like a flat ship.
Like yeah,
Gotcha.
You're sitting in your fucking command chair, and like you see where the ball's going, and you're like move right, and then like the whole fucking ship just like goes like up or whatever or down, whatever direction you need to go to hit the ball. You just like commanding like a fucking crew.
Is that what the version is that exists? Is that what that's like, Tripper?
Is it?
No, it's nothing like that at all.
Oh, damn it! I got excited.
It's literally just Pong first person.
What, do you just look like a fucking bar, and then you're like...
You don't see
No, you don't even see...
out.
Yeah, you only see the other person as a bar, and that's it.
Oh, I was just throwing out what I thought.
How do you know how wide you are?
Well, that...
You don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You don't.
No, that's the problem with the mod. And like people are like, oh, it's super intense because you have no idea how long you are. It's horrible.
Oh my god,
it's fucking awesome. But getting back to it, number 5. Like I said, it's an oldie but a goldie. Mm-hmm. GoldenEye 007.
It's definitely a fun one.
Oh, I think that game's great. I mean, even the gameplay too. Like. In most first-person shooters, like when you aim the gun, like the whole screen moves. But like in that game, like just the gun moves.
It's
like you can literally, like it's just a reticle. Like you're moving your gun like around the screen, like you can shoot anywhere.
Well, I don't think the original had reticles. I think it was just like
no, it didn't. But I'm saying like theoretically, like you just like moved your gun like around the screen instead of like the whole screen moving like in modern day.
Oh well, yeah,
pretty much like any other.
I didn't know it was like that. I'm like the one person on planet Earth who's never played GoldenEye, even though it's like oh, you haven't played it either?
Never.
Yeah, right.
It's so fun.
Yeah, that game's actually pretty awesome. I would recommend it.
Yeah,
I mean, it hasn't aged well. What's up?
I hear Odd Job's broken in it.
Oh, he's broken as fuck.
Yeah, I heard people like fucking ban him. Yeah,
well, yeah, exactly.
That's what I heard. So, yeah, that's one of those games that like everybody and their mother like swears by it, but like I didn't grow up with it, so I just never had the chance to play it.
Oh yeah, like I said, things got testy. Sometimes in households.
Yeah. In the remake, they add reticles to make it easier. So
that's probably good.
Yeah,
probably for the best. Not instead of just guessing.
Sort of like, I hope my bullets hit here, but then you get like really good. Like after you play for a while, like you just kind of like know where you're aiming. So like it makes no sense, but like after you play it for a while, you get used to it.
On an N64 controller, how did you control like where you were shooting? Because there was only one joystick, right?
There was
you just say fuck off and just try.
There was like a I want to say there was like a button you hit. I mean, like your character would like stay still, and then like you know, you would just. But like now, if you had to aim, like let's say like you had to aim like off screen, your character would turn, but you know you'd be like spraying in that general direction still.
Okay.
But yeah, like anytime you had to actually like aim, your guy would like stop, and then
okay. I guess that makes sense.
It was fun.
Yeah. I didn't know if you had to like dual wield 2 N64 controllers to be able to do that.
That'd be way more badass. But no.
Had 860 N64 controllers to play.
They have like a fight stick, like with 2 fucking joysticks for aiming and shit. That'd be epic.
You just get like one of those like the flight sticks from like the
fucking Ace.
So airplane games. I don't know what
Ace.
There's
so many titles.
Airplane
simulator.
N64 airplane simulator.
Like I fucking
stick.
I have like
Combat
the radio
Ace.
controller in my left hand. Like,
Yeah,
down
Combat
my
Or
right.
Ace.
Ace Combat. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Ace-
Ace
yeah,
Combat.
yeah,
That's what it is. Thank
yeah.
you, Cody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 007 GoldenEye, man. That
Tight.
was fucking epic.
Tight. Cody, top that. What's your number 5?
Oh, it won't top it. My list is pretty basic stuff. Number
Fair enough.
5 is, well, I didn't have a specific one, but it's like mostly the entire franchise. It's just Halo.
Halo.
Okay.
Oh,
I
that's a
love
nice
me
one.
some Halo.
Yeah,
I
who
love me
doesn't?
some Halo.
Just like the entire, like, you can do so much with it. Just like the shooting, you can do the forge, all of it. Like,
Shit,
make
there's
your own
shooting in
custom.
that game?
Really? Yeah, there is lots of it. Make your own custom like mini games in it. Like,
Yeah.
just lots you can do with it. I don't know. I've always enjoyed the entire atmosphere of Halo, like the futuristic space, combat.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
I mean, I think Halo is like the definitive like multiplayer shooter like franchise.
I think it's one of the most definitive
Um,
ones for Xbox, period.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
the only
in my
one for
opinion the
Xbox.
only reason to buy an Xbox is to get
Well-
Halo. Like
The old Gears were cool, but like the last like 3 of them sucked, so I'm not even gonna count Gears.
that's fair.
I'd say last 2 of them sucked.
just Halo.
Yeah,
was like
4
a
and
friend
5.
game.
I haven't
Like,
played 5 yet.
whenever you had a friend over,
guess
you
you
always like
can't-
put that on. And
I guess I
everyone
can't.
play it.
But I've heard like okay reviews. But
Yeah.
that's okay.
I'm sorry, Cody. What were you saying?
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
like completely interrupting you.
You're fine. It's just like it's a game you put in when you want your friends over. Like everyone will play Halo. It's always a good time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that is
like
true.
4 people do LAN parties, get up to 16 people. My brothers used to have like
Oh, that's just
all their friends
badass,
over
dude.
to like one place and like
Yeah.
all LAN like connect all their like games up and just, oh my god.
Oh yeah,
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 me and my buddy
rowdy.
Rob used to do that shit.
that's intense.
Yeah.
dude.
I've never had the luxury of being able to do that.
Like,
I only got to experience once and it was pretty crazy.
My whole like middle school football team used to get together and do that.
That's insane. That's
yeah,
awesome.
dude. Like, we had like 4 Xboxes going at once, fucking LAN parties
Oh
and
my
shit.
God.
Four people per Xbox.
That is so fucking cool.
It is insane. Like
Oh man, we gotta do that sometime.
Hell
If
yeah,
we have
dude.
enough Xboxes and TVs.
I'll buy one. I don't give a
You only need 2,
You can probably
technically.
find Xboxes for cheap nowadays.
Oh, they're super cheap.
Oh yeah, but
If you're getting like a 360 in, yeah.
Even the new ones are still like if you just play locally, it's still fun because like the game modes are still there and there's a lot more.
Well, unless you're playing Halo 5, which doesn't have split screen.
Oh,
That's
does it?
true.
So,
Yeah, it does.
which is like the only reason I've never actually played that game before.
yeah, that's
But
like,
there's the Master Chief Edition, which has
Yeah.
every Halo
I mean-
game.
Yeah, Master Chief Collection is like the best Halo game to have, period.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
wasn't for a
Um,
while.
Well, the multiplayer
No, it was not
online
for a
wasn't
while,
great.
but
Well,
yeah.
even like because even the just trying to get, I guess local it worked, yeah. But like
Yeah.
if you were like, oh, let's
Well,
play
why would
some
you
Trash
go for
Compactor
local play?
online.
fair. So I kind of forgot that Master Chief Collection existed, even though it's the version I play with my friends all the time.
It's because it's what everybody has. Now.
So I might have to like slightly adjust one of the entries on my list. Not that I have Halo on my list or anything, but
I just hope the new Halo has local multiplayer.
yeah, I really hope that the next Halo has local multiplayer again.
yeah,
like,
because that was a big cop out on their
That's
part.
I am so sad that Halo 5 doesn't have like
Yeah, that was
Local
the
multiplayer.
shitty part.
I know because like the Forge mode in that game looks so incredible and like
People are
Forge-
playing chess and shit. It's
Oh, I
crazy.
know. I'm saying like Forge is like legitimately what solidified my love for Halo.
Yeah.
Because like my gateway was Halo 2, but like and
Halo
obviously I
3.
played Halo 3 after that. But like when Halo
Halo
Reach
3.
came out, like me and my one buddy who was obsessed with Halo, like he only owned Halo games. But like we would just sit in his basement together and just make maps for hours in Forge mode on Halo Reach. And we made some fucking cool shit too. And like it was so fun. And like I'm really big into customization in games. So like being able to just make like whatever fucking map I could like envision was just incredible. And like
Yeah.
in Halo 5 they took that shit to another level, but then like there's no local multiplayer. And I don't have an Xbox, so I will never get to play Halo 5 because there's no
Yeah.
local multiplayer.
You can literally make it's kind of like how Overwatch is now. Like you can literally make any game in the Forge mode. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You just have to like know what you have to do with it. It's crazy. Like, because like I said, you can do chess, you can do skeet ball, you can do basketball, you can do floor is lava. There's so much shit that you can do. It's insane. Yeah,
that's epic.
Man, like I knew you could do like some pretty crazy shit just in the old Halos, but like I didn't know you could go that in depth with it now. That's awesome.
Oh, that was Halo 5 was where you could do literally anything. Like, there was people doing wipeout modes, like the game show. It's insane. Like, it was so fun. Like, luckily I had like 5 friends that had Halo 5, and we would just download maps and be like, all right, let's fucking play chess, I guess.
That's awesome, dude. And I also just like aesthetically, they finally made it so that you can make things look how do I word this? Like, I guess you have more artistic control over like the visuals of your level, right? Because like in Halo Reach and Halo 4, like you could like there was a lot of parts you could use to make your maps and everything, but it was all a Halo aesthetic, right? Like in Halo 5, like it seems like there's a lot more variety as far as like customizing the parts goes, so you can make something look closer to what you're actually envisioning in your head. Like I saw people made like a Hot Wheels track or something in it. Like they made it, like they made a map that looked like you were in like a kid's bedroom and you're just running around and shit. Insane. Like you can do really cool stuff, and that just fuels my anger for me not being able to play that game locally.
Yeah, the only reason I wasn't as angry about it was because like my brother had it, and I also had an Xbox, had that Xbox One when that came out, and so like he would just like either download maps or create shit, and I'd be like, what the fuck is this? This is Halo. This is Halo. This is Halo. What the hell are we're playing fucking Hot Wheels and fucking Goose Hunt and shit. It's like, it's crazy because there was a Goose Hunt mode that you can make, like where you just like, it's in like third person and you have to shoot up at little grunts that fly up from the grass. And I was like, what the hell? This is insane. That's cool,
incredible.
Yeah, no,
oh my god.
Literally, Halo 5 was the best Forge mode there was. It just sucked that there was no local.
Right.
But it didn't affect me because my brothers, they're in the military, so like I'm just like, well, I get why people are angry, but I'm like, it doesn't affect me because I have to play online anyways with my brothers.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it sucked, but also like Halo, I think Halo Reach they added aesthetics. There weren't as many like shadings and shit that you could do, but Halo 5, the shading and like just the amount of aesthetics that you could do were insane.
Yeah, definitely. Cody, bringing it back to you.
Yeah, fair enough. And that's what I really like about Halo. Like, everyone has stuff to talk about it, even if you're not like really into shooting games. Everyone has it in your life at some point or another. Even if like passing at a party, it's like, what's that on the screen? Oh, it's Halo. That's pretty cool, dude. Like, everyone's been touched by Halo.
That is true. That is so real. True.
It's one of the most amazing games, just because like it appeals to every person.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I like racing games. Okay, we can fucking race.
Get them a Warhawk.
Right. Yeah, like Halo is really one of those franchises that just breaks like boundaries between different kinds of gamers and casual people, because everyone loves Halo. You're not going to meet anybody who just despises Halo, even if they're not super into FPS games.
Or at least everyone has played Halo. Mm-hmm. It has like a pretty good reality of what it is.
I feel like everyone has at least some exposure to it. You know?
Yeah, you can suck at it and still have fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could make like different settings. Like, you could make guys be able to jump up 100 feet. You can have like one guy as like an overpowered juggernaut.
Yeah.
Like there's just mode. There's just so much different shit you can do. Like one guy's like a glass cannon.
Right.
He's a one hit kill, but like he also dishes out one hit kill.
And he's faster. So. It's so insane. Like, it's so
fun. I mean, we could talk about this all night for sure, but we probably move on to Tyler's
we definitely
right.
should.
Well, no, but before we move on, Cody, I wanted to ask you, since you kind of copped out by just putting the whole franchise on, I got to ask what's your favorite Halo game?
I thought it was going to come up. I guess it would be 2 or 3. Just a lot of fun memories of 2, and 3 was like really fun to play.
Yeah,
3's when
I
they
respect
introduced
that.
the Forge mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At the basic form, but it was still really fun to do.
Oh, it was still, like, you can do still so many game modes in Halo 3 Forge mode. It was awesome.
Right.
Like, Trash Compactor, that came out of it. The Shredder. Duck Hunt, like all that shit just
Tons
came out
of
it.
Stuff. Yep.
Yeah, it was
the
amazing.
only bad thing about Halo 3 is they got rid of dual wielding needlers.
What? I thought they kept that shit in there.
No, that was the game they got rid of it. It was in 2, but they took it out for 3.
Okay, yeah.
It was too strong.
But they did.
It was really fucking brutal, but I thought that was half the fun. All right. Well, I guess we should move on. We haven't talked about Halo for fucking forever.
20 minutes.
I mean, it's worth it.
It's time for a major tone shift. I'm taking it back to kind of where Chipper was at with his number 5.
All right.
Obscure PS2 bullshit. Not as
Shrek
obscure,
2.
This is kind of a mainline franchise
Shrek Super Slime
in Sega's library.
Ooh.
Super Monkey Ball Deluxe.
Oh my god!
my number 5.
I love that game.
I haven't heard of that game in years.
It is a fucking incredible game, especially for multiplayer, which is why it's on my list. So, Monkey Ball in general, it's kind of a cool franchise. Like, I grew up with it. I always liked it just because I was super into monkeys as a kid.
They're making a Switch one. Did you know that?
I didn't, but now I have another reason to have that Switch I have. I don't use it, but once Pokemon and that come out, I guess I'll be getting that too.
I think it's a remake though, but it's
even still, Monkey Ball's fun.
Oh yeah, it's fucking. They're adding Sonic to it.
Fuck that shit. I'm out.
I go for that.
You don't have to. I think he's a.
Only if it's movie Sonic. I want movie render Sonic.
Oh,
he looks better
not the remade version either. The original, classic, horrifying nightmare that was movie Sonic.
Sonic 2006.
Sonic 06. Yep. Jeez. Anyway, but yeah, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe had the most amazing, not the most amazing, the 5th most amazing multiplayer ever of all time.
Saved.
So, like, obviously, you could play just Monkey Ball versus with each other if you wanted, but why do that? That crap's boring compared to just the slew of mini games that game offered for you to have. Like, you could do racing with like a bunch of different tracks, and it was awesome. You could do bowling with a bunch of different lanes, and it was awesome. You could do baseball, and it was like weird fake monkey ball rules, but it was still baseball. It was still fun. There's aerial dogfighting, which was arguably one of the worst modes, and it was not fun, but it was still there and cool that it was included. And pool. You could play fucking pool with the monkey balls.
Could you play golfing, or is that a separate game?
No, golf was in there too, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But the 2 modes that kept me coming back to Monkey Ball with my friends all the time back when I had a PS2 and that was the shit. Number 1 was, I don't remember the name of this mode. I looked it up this morning and I forgot to write it down. But it was the mode where y'all were on like a platform and you all had boxing gloves like strapped to the front of you and you had to punch each other off the thing. Yeah. That shit got intense.
It did.
Friendships were threatened with the intensity of that mode.
Friendships in peril.
It was so rad and fun. But every mode in that game pales in comparison to Monkey Target. That was like the primo mode for that game. You roll down this like ramp and pick up a bunch of speed, and then you get launched off of it and you go out like over into the ocean, and then you hit the button and it pops your ball open and you float with like a kind of like a parachute, and then there's targets that are in the water and you have to land on the targets to get different amounts of points depending on where you land.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, that shit was intense with me and my friends, especially my friend Drake. We just loved playing that shit all the time. And we would just play it for like rounds and rounds and rounds, hours and hours, and we would get super competitive with it and try to like one-up each other. And it was just so much fun. And that game, just the variety of different modes that game gave you to, have fun with your friends and do a bunch of different shit. It was just awesome. Like, you really don't get that much variety out of multiplayer games nowadays, I don't think. There's not a lot of games that are released where you can just do a bunch of completely different games and they're all of decent quality. And that's why I like that game so much, because it allowed you to do that.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
True. Those obscure, simple games are just so much fun. Like, you never expect that they're going to be fun, and then you play them, and you're like, fuck, holy shit, this is, intense.
Shit.
Like, I was not invested, but all of a sudden I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that or someone completely schools you at it, and you're like, okay, and I gotta fucking I gotta actually put in some effort here.
You're like, this isn't a real game. I can't get disrespected like this. It can't be that hard to get good. Let's go another round.
War has been declared.
Yeah. And that is the thing, that it's you don't have to be even if you played it so much, that doesn't mean you're the best at it. Somebody could pick it up and just be like, all right, I guess I'll just aim it this way, and fuck, all right, I won, cool.
Yeah, that's the fun part about games of that type, is there's not really a whole lot of raw skill involved. There's a lot of chance and there's a lot of randomness in it too, so anybody can pick it up and play and have a great time. And yeah, I thought there was gonna be more to that sentence. There wasn't. That's the end of the thought.
Shit came to a halt.
Chipper, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Mario Kart Double Dash, baby.
Ooh, the best Mario Kart. So
it literally is the best Mario Kart, because it was intense, because it was co-op, but also against people, because you could have 2 people in your cart and have 4 items at once, which was insane. And it had the most amount of items in a game for Mario Kart, at least. And it was just so awesome, because they would put obstacles in certain maps, and it would just make it even more intense. You'd be like, oh, I have these items, I'm gonna be good. But it doesn't matter, because there's fucking cars on the road. You have to cross the fucking bridge that just has every car that will just randomly go to the left or go to the right, and you're just fuck, I might have the 5 red shells, but it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna fucking crash.
Knocks them out. Yeah.
It's because the thing was, if you had certain items equipped, they could get destroyed by obstacles in the map. And it was just so fun, because anytime someone came over at my house, we would just play the shit out of that. And oh my god, we would just be screaming. We'd be Mario Kart.
Game.
It is really high, because we'd be sitting down for a map, and then the next map we'd be sitting up screaming, just in your face, motherfucker, in your face. It's just so intense and so fun. I've definitely the best Mario Kart, and I wish they would make another one Double Dash wise, because oh my god, just you're working with your teammate, but you would even turn against your teammate. You'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Throw it. Yeah.
Could you, when you switch with your partner, did you switch driver's seat and the thrower, or it was always the driver and the thrower? I don't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah. So what you do is, if you're driving and you switch with your partner, you keep your items. You switch. Well,
you put your partner in the driving seat, so he has to drive.
Yeah, so they have to drive. So it's intense.
Yeah.
So if you're the driver, you can only throw stuff backwards. Or it might be vice versa. I don't remember, because it's been forever. It was GameCube. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it was if it was kind of tactical too, because if you're the driver and you hit a red shell and you wanted to throw it backwards, I think the ability for the back person was, if they threw a red shell backwards, it would lock onto someone backwards.
Oh.
So, if you, let's say they only had a banana and you had a red shell, you would switch positions. And since you're in the middle of a fucking match where everybody's throwing so many things, you're like, we're switching. And they'd be like, what? Whoa, I'm not ready for this. And like, all right, well, too bad. And they would crash, and you like throw shit. You're like, this didn't go as I planned. It was so intense because like you would have to tactically go about it, like, which is the best thing about that game. Because like, if you switch at the wrong time, it's like you crash. Neither of you.
Drive button is like you just stop. Like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm driving. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. It was so amazing. Yeah. And like the maps were not. I do like long maps, but I don't like it in the current Mario Kart games because like since you're the only driver, it's like long maps suck. But like in this game, it was fine because like you have so many items to catch up, and like, but you also have so many so many times to just like mess up everything if the other person is not ready to drive. It was just in the amount of items. I think there was like 13 or 14 items.
I mean, you got specialty items too for characters.
Because like the Yoshi giant
Yoshi
egg.
And Birdo? Yeah,
Yoshi and Birdo. If you had both of them, you had the giant egg, and it was insane because it would crash through any obstacle. But it was like the green shell. Because
it's the same thing like Bowser and Bowser's Jr. I think if their team they have the giant Bowser shell they can throw out.
Yes, there
was a thing.
Yeah, no, and
I didn't
the thing was there were different stats to each item. It was like the Yoshi egg was, since it was an egg, it would roll slower. The Bowser shell would roll faster and crash through things, but it can only crash through a certain amount of items before it broke.
Oh.
And like the Yoshi egg would crash through, I think, a little bit more. And but it would like, since it was so wobbly, it was so hard to guess where it was gonna go. Like if it hit a car, it would just bounce in a weird direction. With the Bowser shell, it would just go forward and just crash through everything. So it was really cool. Like every item had a different stat. I think
that team synergy.
Yeah, and like the baby Mario Bros would have the chain chomp, which was literally the best thing you could ever have.
Yeah.
So I mean, I always played Yoshi and Birdo just so I could have the giant egg. Because it would crash through so much shit, and just like nobody knew how to fight against it unless you had like a star. Because like it would even like certain items go through certain things. Like there was so much to that game. It was intense and fun. Like you never knew what was gonna happen, and just like if you put the computers on hard, it was just like, well, we're getting like 5th place.
Yeah.
Which now, if you like put the computers on hard, it's like, well, I'm gonna get 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. Who cares? Like they all still suck because there's no good items. But like, yeah, it was just so intense, and I like, oh my god, that was a game that tested all of our friendship.
Did you play much of the balloon battles?
Oh my gosh, the balloon battles, Double Dash.
That's
was
when you test your friendship.
Well, yeah, because, like, if someone messes up, like, a throw, you're just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm going to kill you. You're not on my team anymore. I want to switch teammates.
That sounds like you playing literally every single team game
except
in
Pokken.
existence.
Well, yeah, Pokken's our game, Brendan.
Yeah, Pokken, me and Chipper fucking command that shit.
Oh, man.
Everyone else take a backseat.
For those who don't know, Pokken, the team mode, we play it as actual teams, which is not a thing that normal people do, but there's some context for it.
Double Dash was just so fun. It was like I could play it we'd play it for 5 hours a day anytime, like, because we would just be like, school's up, it's a Friday night, boys, we're gonna play Double Dash. And like there'd be friends who are like, who's my teammate? Because like we would over every I mean, obviously, we would try to get the same teammates just because, like, there was like we're on top. Like, I was always number 1 for our game nights, but
of course, Chipper always tops.
Not always, but
I mean,
more often than not.
But yeah, for like we would just like we try to switch it up a little bit. We're like, all right, Chipper, you're playing with I'm playing with Nick, and like it'd be like, oh, Nick's not great at this game, and so like you'd have to carry the team or whatnot, and just like learn how to switch and everything. But yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
I think I've only played that game like one time, so I didn't know about most of that.
That's unfortunate because that is literally...
That game is great.
Yeah, I've been told it's like literally the best Mario Kart, hands down.
Oh no!
All I hear is that everyone talks about how fucking fantastic that game is, and I wish they would remaster it or make another one so that I could fully experience that.
Yeah,
like everyone else.
Every other Mario Kart is a pimple.
No, I mean, I guess,
but the new one is so good though.
The new one is
really
every
good.
Mario Kart is still fun. Like it's like I still have a lot of fun, but compared to Double Dash, it
adds
it's
extra
nothing.
oomph.
Yeah,
Fair.
like Double Dash just like destroys you. You're just like I've never had this fun in a racing game ever.
Speaking of racing, did you hear that? Going down the street, it was a really fast segue. Brennan, what's your number 4?
Put it on me, fucking to roll up in here. No, but my number 4. The first time I ever played it, I was over at my buddy Chase McKevitt's house.
That's quite a name.
I know.
Is he
he's
fake?
rather Irish. He's an Irish fella.
Ah.
And me and him, we played football like throughout like the years of school and shit like that. But in his basement, he was the first person I ever knew that had a Wii. And my number 4, it's different, but it's Wii Sports.
Dude, I love Wii Sports.
Oh
I
my
forgot
God.
about Wii Sports. I respect the fuck out of you for putting Wii Sports on your list.
Wii Sports. No, like the first time I ever played, like I said, I was over at my buddy Chase's house. And like he was like the first kid I knew that had a Wii. And we were playing baseball. And, you know, like, I'm pitching. Like, you know, I've never done it before. So, yeah, I'm throwing a little bit, like, you know, do whatever. And he just takes my ass, fucking swings and cranks this ball right to, like, deep center, like, out of the park, fucking homer. And I was like, oh, my God, I fucking need this game. Like, I could go, like, hit home runs and shit. But there was that, like, tennis, fucking boxing, like, golf, like, anything. I mean, later on, they released new editions of it.
Yeah.
That had, like, more shit.
Wii Sports Resort.
Like, oh, hell yeah.
The sword fighting thing where you just swing your arms violently and beat the shit out of each other.
Basically, whoever can land more hits in a shorter period of time. But, like, there's nothing, like... It's not one of those games that has a lot of, like... flashy gizmos and bells and whistles and shit, but like it totally hits home as far as like, hey, we're trying to make you be able to play sports on a console.
Yeah.
And like, just I don't know, it's super fun to play. You can sit down, get people together. You know, you make of course like the Mii's in the Wii, so you can make like a super hideous rendition of yourself, like up there like playing, you know, insert sport here.
Yeah.
But I just it was always fun as a kid, you know, to go over like a friend's house or people over, and next thing you know, playing Wii Sports.
Yeah, dude, Wii Sports is one of like the definitive multiplayer games in all of time. It's one of those games that just transcends past gamers in general. You can have fucking family members who have never touched a game in their life, and they'll be just eating it up. They'll be having a great time playing Wii Sports. Yep. Make the fucking gross-ass Mii's have a weird team full of weird renditions of celebrities that you've never met, and just have your whole team full of weird people.
Yeah, like I had fucking Steven Seagal.
There we go.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't even...
I've never seen a Wii that didn't have Steven Seagal.
Yeah, it's true. But I remember one time I made Hitler.
Well, that's
who didn't make Hitler as well?
I feel like everyone kind of probably did that. I would make just monstrosities. Like I had this one dude named Topsy Turv, and he was just a dude with I made it look like his head was upside down.
Topsy Turv.
Yeah,
dude, that's just like, oh my God, that man is hideous stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts about like Wii Sports was like that was one of the games that Mii's were made for. Like you could not play that game without a slew of garbage Mii's that you created for yourself. And that was half the appeal, in my opinion.
There was always that black dude, he had like a mustache and a goatee. Like that's like
he's always on your team.
Like he would always like be randomly on a team, and like no matter what, that dude was fucking god tier. Like, whatever sport it was, he would just dominate. Like, I remember every time I went up against him in boxing, I'd get my ass whooped.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, damn, this guy's got like combos and shit. It's like Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah.
But he doesn't tire out. Like Mike Tyson.
Wii Sports was like I think Wii Sports made the Wii like the 4th selling best console just because like you can get Wii Sports with it.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's all that Wii Sports was. It was a tech demo for the console to kind of show everyone what the motion controls did, and it ended up being the best game on the Wii.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. It definitely was. It was like the only, because after the only other game I played on the Wii, there were 2 games. It was like Sonic and Mario the Olympics and fucking Mario Party. But I think since it was in every household for a while, it was like Wii Sports was the reason, because everybody was playing bowling and boxing and shit. Like, it was so fun. Like, once it came out, like, we would just play with friends all the time. We'd go over to my buddy's house and just like fucking just start boxing, and then eventually we're just like, all right, that's it, we're done, we're gonna go into real boxing and whatnot, because this is getting intense.
Wow, so Wii boxing,
this is shit,
caused you to actually box each other?
Yeah, actually, because like my buddies,
I like it.
It wasn't for like a couple years, but like we'd be like, oh, you only won that because like the controller wasn't reading well, and then like then we like eventually they got boxing gloves, and they're like, all right, if you think it wasn't reading well, let's fucking real box, buddy.
Shoot, these hands read well, motherfucker.
For real, it was intense. And like one day,
fucking hands.
People would like, because we would go outside to do that, and like people driving by would just stop and watch these kids just like throw hands.
Oh,
yeah, for real.
Throwing haymakers.
Wow, just these fucking country bumpkin assholes in their parents' backyard,
pretty much
uppercutting each other into oblivion.
The worst part was
uppercut of truth.
The worst part was it was like my friend was like the poorest in the neighborhood, so it was like all these rich ass motherfuckers just driving by, just like, yeah, get him. I got knocked out one time,
like
and
fucking,
I woke up.
It's like fucking poverty fight club, like the rich kids. The rich kids just bet on which of the poor kids are gonna like beat the shit out of each other.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
Cars on the road, just like, get him, yeah, punch him in the face. It was intense, dude. Let me tell you, it pretty much started every time with Wii boxing.
Wow. Smelly Chad's got the hands of a champion. He's gonna beat the shit out of him today.
Dropping left hooks on motherfuckers.
I once heard, like, I was boxing my buddy, and he was he's a rip motherfucker. And I was up against him, and this dude stopped him, and I was like, oh, dude, you're gonna get fucking fucked, dude. And I was like, yeah, and he punched me in the face, and I was knocked out, and then...
What the fuck?
Two matches later, I was like on the ground. I was like, ugh.
What the fuck? I thought this was a joke at first.
That is real, dude. This is real. This happened.
Cody, I need you to hit me with your number 4, please.
Number 4 is an oldie, but a super goodie, which I think you all can agree is better than the remake they released a couple years ago. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
damn.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Yes. I'm semi-hard right now. I love Battlefront 2.
I just poked Tyler in the eye.
Well,
wow. Yeah.
We were going to keep that between us, but now everyone knows about it.
Yeah. Have you played the new one, Cody?
No, I've seen it played. It seems fine, but I like the third person aspect, and like it just...
You can do third person. He's like, shit.
No.
It's exactly the same game, but different.
It's not.
No, you're right. No, it definitely has a different feel to it, but it plays a lot like the old games. Like the very current version is amazing. Like it's a lot of fun.
That was the most genuine reaction to anything I've ever heard out of Cody.
He had no idea how to react to it. He was like,
yeah.
I just feel disrespected. It's not.
That was like the sheer inhale of like frustration. Like I don't even know how to like.
Oh man.
Like,
Cody, tell us why the old Battlefront is
Galactic Conquest.
amazing.
This is Galactic Conquest. So it's like,
There we go.
there we go. I don't need to explain it. Everyone knows.
Hell yeah.
You at home. No, it's just like you have to. You get your like original ships. You get your like original planets. And you're supposed to conquer the entire galaxy. And your friends try to do the same. So you're like trying to like manage resources, like take over planets. It gets really hyped near the end, where you have like 2 planets left. Can you like make a comeback? It's like, nah, man, you're done. It's like, no, I could do this still. You like bring it back from that. Feels so good.
I have to say,
It's true.
I've never even gotten remotely close to the end of a galactic conquest.
Are you serious?
Between another human being.
Really?
Because, like,
It just goes back and
me and
forth,
Brennan
right?
did one in college. We called it the Warm War.
Mhm.
And we started that shit. We played it a few times, and it was just a complete deadlock the entire time. No
really-
progress was made over, like, 6 hours of combat.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's- like one of us would get an edge, like a massive edge, where we're like 2 or 3 planets up, like 4 planets up, and then all of a sudden the other one just comes back, and it's just like a never-ending tug of war between 2 factions, and it's like,
What kind of items were you using for like that?
You just save up.
Just, I mean, yeah, Garrison's the best one.
yeah,
But
Garrison easily, yeah. Like,
I was using, like, Garrison and, like, Sabotage if I was on a space mission.
Oh,
Those are usually the only 2 I bought. Occasionally, I would go for, like, back to tanks, but it was usually just Garrison and
Garrison.
Sabotage.
But you never bought. Wait, which one was the Jedi one? Was that Gab?
that's like the most
Oh.
expensive one, isn't it?
Yeah, you could get the Jedi one. I just usually didn't opt for it. Like,
Well, that's
It was-
that's how you win the game. You just
No,
like,
but,
if you have a
like-
Jedi, you just fuck everybody up.
yeah.
Just
But
get all the normies, like all the like the fodder troopers, and kill them. You just can't see your friend and run away from your friend.
I mean, you're right,
Kill everybody.
but I just feel like Garrison is way more effective in general.
Which one was
like,
Garrison?
Garrison
It was
is when
when
you
you
get
get
an
30
you get an
extra,
extra fleet
Hold
of
on.
troops when your troops almost die. It's like your troop count reaches a certain limit.
Yeah, but the Jedi one just like killed even if someone else used the Garrison, because like I would do that too. I would save up for the Jedi or the Sith Lord depending on your faction. They would just die because the Jedis were disgusting. Like once you had that, it was over.
I don't know. I just
depends
never
on-
really went for it. Anytime I used it, it didn't really give me as much of an edge as it should have. But maybe
Yeah,
that's just because I'm fucking
really?
trash. That's a
Apparently.
complete possibility.
Well, also, like, anytime Tyler tried that, I would literally just focus everything I had.
Yeah, you can't let
It's
your friends see
taking up-
you.
That is true.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I
but
would
there
just-
Depending on the Jedi you picked, you could just I guess it did. No, that depended on the map, I guess. But if you use it at the right time, you could just destroy everybody, even vehicles and shit. Because I remember Darth Maul was it. If you got Darth Maul, the game was over. You knew who was gonna win.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like I was more confident in myself as just a standard trooper being able to take people out, especially since I had a bunch of upgrades on my account.
Yeah.
So
That's
I had a permanent assault rifle 3-round burst that was basically insta kill if you got headshots. So
Which were easy in that game.
Although,
Yeah.
there were some times, with me being able to move around the character, that Tyler couldn't touch me.
That's true. You are just much better at shooter games than me.
Yeah.
So even with my handicap, there were some times that you would just dunk on me, and I couldn't do anything about it.
Because when I found out his weapon was overpowered, I was like, okay, well, I have to make something of my own that's overpowered. So I would just rely on mobility and moving my character around
Yeah.
erratically to where
Yeah.
okay, he can't get a clean headshot. But I knew I was good enough to where I could constantly land shots, even though they weren't necessarily headshots.
Yeah.
And just kind of wear him down.
It was very apparent that he played shooter games and I played fighting games, and I was very out of my element,
Yeah.
even with a handicap.
Because he would just stand still, and I'm like, dude, do you have a left stick? Fucking move around sometimes.
But the AI didn't give a shit that I was standing there.
Oh,
yeah, but that didn't
I would
matter when Brennan
just
was that
fucking
good, too.
lay shit out until you showed up.
yeah,
and then
I
I
would,
was fucked.
I would just focus fire.
Yeah.
I'd just find you and be like, all right,
Yeah,
there's Tyler.
you would just
Come
hunt
take
me
him out.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured that was my best chance to win.
It
And
was.
And then next thing you know, we're still deadlocked. It's
Exploit the weakness that is me.
you're not even a weakness. I'm 100 guys down by the time I find you.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
was fun though. Yeah.
But-
Battlefront 2 is a legit game, even to this day. For real.
Yeah.
It aged well.
Anyway, my number 4. As you all know, and as the audience is just about to find out, I am a very large fan of fighting games. I would go as far as to say that it's one of the only genres I even play nowadays. It's my favorite genre of game. And obviously, fighting games are made for multiplayer. But I'm not just going to put my favorite fighting game on this list because that's a dumb cop-out. Fighting games are only truly fun in the correct environment when you're with people who fully understand the game as much as you do. You get into the mind games and shit. That's when it's fun. So, going through my list of fighting games that I play, I'm like, what is the most fun fighting game to play in a group setting where I have a bunch of friends hanging out? A bunch of friends hanging out on the couch, having a blast. And that game, without question, is Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Dang.
Oh,
yeah.
It definitely is.
Yeah, and I know this game is hated by the general public because of, like, balancing shit, but I don't care. I don't play this competitively. Fuck you. I only play this game with my friends, and the reason that I love playing Street Fighter Cross Tekken, especially local multiplayer with a large group of friends, is because it's one of the only fighting games that's like tag team, 4-player simultaneous gameplay. You know,
at the same time.
You team up with your friends and go up against another 2 of your friends who are teamed up, and it just adds a whole nother level of hype to the game because you have to work together with another person to take out your friends who are working together, and that shit gets hype as hell. Even if I or Cody is god tier at the game, Cody is, I'm hit or miss, but, you know, we still have to make sure that our teammate is able to hang in there and pull their weight. Otherwise, we're going to get fucked up too, you know? Like, that's why this game specifically is my number 4 favorite multiplayer game, local multiplayer game, because of that aspect. Yeah.
Yeah, so to explanation, the reason it's that intense is because if one of your people die, the game is, like, you lose a round.
Yes, that is also true.
Because there's Mortal Kombat 9 where, like, your person will die, but you can have your other fighter still fight and, like, completely take down 2 people if they're that good. And that's fun. The reason Cross Tekken is so much more fun is because it's way more intense. Because if you die, like, it's it. Like, that's it. Like, you lose the round.
Yeah.
So you have to manage your health and manage your teammates' health.
Yeah, which is cool. Like, that's one of the only... I'm not a big fighter game person. I like 4 fighting games pretty much, and that's why I respect this game, because it makes it more intense. Like, I've never been that big, and Tekken's one of my games I love, but it's usually just one person. So when they did the Cross Tekken thing, Jesus, that was fun, because it's always intense.
Yeah. That's just one of those games that, because I know for the most part, like, we play fighting games a lot just because me and Cody like them. So anytime we all hang out, we usually end up playing at least one fighting game just for fun. But definitely the most fun one that we do, I think, is Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It seems to be the most accessible for a large group of people, especially with filthy casuals like you guys, because it just really evens the playing field for you guys, you know?
Well, it doesn't even the playing fields for us. Well, it kind of does.
To an extent.
It's like, yeah, if your teammate's that bad, we can still romp on him, and they can't switch out, but... You know,
I can't tell you how many times, like, playing that game. I was like me and Chipper on a team.
Yeah.
Like, me and Chipper, like, good, decent players. Like, I'm not going to say
we're all right.
Good at it.
we're really good at certain fighting games, but this is one where we're super decent at.
This is where, like,
teams.
Yeah, like, we're good, but we're usually outmatched. Mm-hmm. And so, like, there are times, like, playing that game where, like, one player does get completely, like, pistol whipped.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's no chance for, like, a switch out or anything.
It happens.
There's chances in that game because, like, if there's someone that's just, like, decent at the game, like, obviously, if Tyler and Cody were on the same team, the game would be over. We would not win.
Yeah, that'd be unfair.
It would be unfair. I'm just saying, since we pick teammates, and there's opportunities for everybody. Even if you know kind of how to play, because like once you. Maybe round one, it's like it's one-sided because one team knows how to play better. But after you kind of like, it's an easy game to kind of learn, and once you kind of understand your moves faster, it's completely just who knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So, and I also the other thing I like about that game a lot. The roster is huge, and it's full of a lot of like mainstay characters from both franchises, and it's just, for me personally, who's a fan of both Street Fighter and Tekken, mainly Tekken, just having that many characters to pick from, and you know, it's just really fun to have a large roster to experiment with, because there's very few characters in that game that I don't find fun to play. So I think that really just makes it a lot more interesting too. Yeah, but that's one of the reasons I really like it too, is just because I love just going into the training mode and trying to learn a new character every so often, and it's just really satisfying because every character in that game is just really fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, if anyone listening to this hasn't played it before and you have a lot of friends and you're all casuals,
and a PS3.
This is and have a PS3 or an Xbox 360 or a PC.
Even non-casuals though, because Brennan and I did kick the shit out of Tyler one year.
You almost did,
pull. No, we did. We kicked the shit out of you for 2 rounds.
Yeah. But who got the W? Who got the W?
All right, yeah.
That was me. I got the W.
We took 2 rounds on you in a row, which was pretty intense.
You did, but I still got the W.
Yeah, man,
I'm just saying, you can be a filthy casual and take it on a pro.
Brennan's fucking threatening me.
Come find the fuck out.
Bring it.
What is good in Tekken?
Bring it.
I know it's good at poking, bro.
All right, Brennan, that's it. We're killing them. Like, fuck poking.
Okay, no, we're going way off the rails with this. We're going way off the rails with this. Chipper, we're going back to you. We have to move on. It's number 3.
Good, bro.
Number 3. I know it's been 2 hours, but here's number 3. Mario Party 5. The best Mario Party game there is.
You're correct.
Because of the fuckery there is in that game. There's so many items that just you can steal stars from people. You can just it's so hard to describe because
I mean, in late game you can have a Goomba steal all your coins and give it to some other dude.
You can, and so here's the thing: the items are not only the only fuckery in the game. Each map has their own kind of parameters where it's like, oh yeah, Donkey Kong's in this map. He'll give you a star or he'll take it from you. You don't know. It's kind of mean, but like once I had a GameCube and I had Mario Party 5, and we would just play that for hours because since the maps were so large, it would take hours to complete. Like,
how many like rounds did you have? Like, did you go up to the 50 every time, or did you do like 25?
Not every time. We'd go like 25 mostly, but that would still take an hour and a half.
It does, yeah.
You would only need to play one game a night, and it would take forever. And nobody was really tired of that at that point of the game. They would just be like, "Man, I just want to win." And I want to kill you. Like, you've taken my stars 8 times, and I want you dead.
Let me win a minigame.
Yeah, and the mini games were so fun because there would be like boss mini games where like, you have to fight Bowser, or like you don't have to fight Bowser, but you have to survive Bowser, and like the team would get the star or the coins, or like if you lost, you'd lose a star, and either your team would get one or you would get one. It all depended because like you could play as teams, which was so cool, because like you would also. Like, you would just like, all right, so here's what we're going to do. You're going to go on this side of the map in case the star's over there, and I'm going to go on this side of the map in case the star's over there, and just, like, completely screw everybody over. And there were so many different maps that just like
there's a lot of variety to it. Like each map played completely different than the other.
Yeah, it was, and like some of them had different, like, because Bowser wasn't always the boss. There was like the Sun and Moon that you could fight. Oh, you couldn't fight. Is that 6?
Yeah, that's 6.
Oh shit!
Because they had the day and night cycle too.
Well, 6 is my favorite Mario Party. Everybody.
Well, 5 was mine. I was really hyped. I was like, "Wow, Chipper likes the same game I do." Never mind, he's a dickhead.
But either way, okay.
Damn.
I guess my favorite is 5 and 6 because, like, I mean, they kind of play the same, but they're just different maps.
Mm.
I like Mario Party 2. It's the only one I played.
Oh, okay.
There were just so many good maps that like the gameplay was just so fun, and the amount of time that you could play on either of those games was just great, and just the amount of like spaces that you could screw everybody else over was fun. Like for me, if I was like, I can't get this star, I'm literally just gonna change the whole map so nobody else can get the star either.
Yeah.
And it was just great, like, because there would be people right before the star, and you'd be like, all right, well, I'm gonna change the whole map so that you can't get the star anymore.
Or use a twister.
Yeah, and that's the great thing, because, like, the new Mario parties, it's like, they're still fun, but the amount of items that are, and the shrinking of the map, like, the Mario Party, what are we on, 11 or 10?
I have no clue anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
There's whatever, the newest one for the Switch is like, it's really fun, but it's so short.
Well, in the new one, you can play as Bowser versus your whole friends group. Like, one person gets the gamepad or whatever, and everyone else plays on it, like, against you.
Well, that's on the... Is that on the...
That's the Wii U one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the Wii U.
It's a Mario Party game.
Yeah, but that one, that's the really crappy one.
Oh, that seemed really fun to do.
That mode, the Bowser mode was fun, but the regular modes was not fun.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I mean, just like, it was a fun game to play. We'd like to we would fight all night, just like stand up and scream at each other constantly. Yep. Like, you fucked me over the star, bro. I'm gonna kill you. Your mom's dead.
As you do when you play Mario Party.
And my mom would be
the life of your mothers.
Well, yeah, my mom would be in the house. There were so many times where, like, we'd be just, like, swearing and cussing, and my mom would be in the back, like, in her room. She'd be like, hey! Calm it down out there!
That sounded exactly like your mom. I thought she came in here on the podcast. I was scared for a minute.
Damn, Miss Thurber. What's up?
But yeah, it was a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you. Your mother's already dead.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, we would threaten each other's lives.
What the fuck? Chipper, I'm dying.
Wow.
I'm not kidding, dude. We would threaten each other's mothers.
That's not okay.
It was okay because it was just a Mario Party game.
It's just Mario Party. I'm only threatening homicide.
You may be beating me at this game. We're gonna beat the shit out of your mom when we're done with this.
Dude, my friend's mom, whenever we would threaten her, it was not great.
I can't imagine. I'm gonna kick your ass out mom there. Would be great.
Well, my mom would just yell at us like, "Keep it down out there," and my friend's mom would be like, "What the fuck did you say?"
Getting the belt out.
But yeah, the 1v3 game modes were way more intense than the new ones. Oh my god, because like the controls were so clunky, and you would just be like, all right, I'm gonna move this way. Nope, I'm not. Fuck it. I'm dead. All right, so that's my number 3.
Yep,
it's a fun game.
3.
I recommend everybody play it once in their lifetime.
Maybe I'll take you up on that.
Just gotta get a GameCube.
Provide me a copy. I will do that. Speaking of providing copies, this is a segue. Brennan, what's your number 3?
I have no idea what I have to do with copies, but I do have an idea for a copy. Not as much as Tyler does, because he almost obsesses over them, but I am somewhat of a fan of fighting games.
Hell yeah.
And nothing is better slamming some cold brewskis listening to the 3 smash hits that Smash Mouth has come out with, and playing
Hallelujah.
Shrek Super Slam.
Fucking Shrek Super Slam.
That game is fucking. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn, Shrek Super Slam was great though.
For you if you were committed to that.
That game is fun as fuck.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Shrek Super Slam. But no, it's Mortal Kombat.
Which one?
Which one?
Any of them.
Literally any of them.
Oh, that's not. You cannot say that.
Like, that's not true.
No, see, like me and my buddies, like we used to play like a lot of 9.
9's the best one.
9 is the best one. I'm not gonna lie. I agree. I'm gonna agree with you there. Then one of them was called like Armageddon or something like that.
I hated Armageddon.
It was ugly.
Hated Armageddon.
It was ugly and not good, but like it was a game that we played a lot as kids.
Yeah.
Motor Combat was great.
Yeah, but the actual game played like I was holding a bundle of trash between my fingers and just touching it.
But like 9, 10, 11, it's a little like clunkier almost. But like
it's just a different game. 11's more neutral based. X was more like I don't want to say like faster and combo based, but for the franchise, I guess it was.
It seemed it was. But like, I'd probably put mine on like 9 and 10. They're probably like where I think the pinnacle of it is.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like you're talking shit, you know, you're like, man, like you suck. And the next thing you know, you're like, all right, well come find out. Fucking grab the sticks, let's play some Mortal Kombat. Like, I don't know, it's just like growing up, like especially like I said, like 9 and 10, like a lot of my buddies we used to like just come together and like have like massive tournaments, or it'd be like 8 of us. Like just playing. I think that's why now we have our gaming tournaments like amongst each other. You know, we mentioned before, like me and Chip are on a team, fucking tearing it up.
Yeah,
fucking banana chips.
Getting
1%. But like,
well, I guess just to preface, we have a fighting game tournament every summer, and we have teams.
Which I won Mortal Kombat 10 2017. What's up?
Yes, you did. We did.
But
I wasn't there though.
Yeah, no, Chipper wasn't there, so I can't really call myself a champion, but I was a champion. And then of course Cody just housed it.
Cody he's
Cody's god tier. Like just mentioning this game makes me think of the times that Cody has just sodomized me at that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's just getting buddies together, having like little mini tournaments, like, oh, you're talking shit, all right, come find out. I don't know, Mortal Kombat's always been like, they've had some shitty releases, but they've always had games where you can just kind of button mash. If you're not really familiar with the game, you can just kind of button mash and figure shit out and be somewhat competitive until you find somebody that was actually good at the game, and then you just get fucking handled. So
there is something I wanted to add to it too. Like the spectacle of Mortal Kombat, something that everyone can enjoy. Just like doing a fatality if you're like friends in the room. You're always gonna get hyped when you see that shit.
Oh yeah, or even like brutalities, like
yeah,
like just ending a motherfucker's existence, like in like the most brutal fashion possible.
Oh yeah,
watching your character like pull their skull and spine like across the screen in like just epic gory fashion, just epic,
it's beautiful.
It's the ultimate disrespect.
Like the whole room is just getting hype as fuck as you're like ripping your opponents like guts out and shit. Like it's fucking metal.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 9 when it came out, I would never suggest the game whenever, because like we would have always like 8 people over, and I would never suggest the game because I was the best at it. I would always play Noob Saibot, and there'd be every time someone was like, "Yeah, let's play Mortal Kombat," I'd be like, "Are you sure?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, dude, I think I can beat you." And then it would be like we'd do the thing like if you won, you get to play, you still get to play, and I'd play for like 3 hours. And like, why are you guys still playing? Like, I would just
we could beat you.
Well, yeah, I would hold people captive to like playing Mortal Kombat 9. I'd be like, all right, who wants to go next? And then nobody would step up, and then like a minute later, somebody would be like, I'll go. I'd be like, we can play another game. Like, no, I think I can beat you this time. And I was like, are you sure? Like, I've had 3 hours of practice.
Yeah, I've been there many a time.
Yeah.
And it would just be like a whole night of just like nobody's really having fun except for me, and I'm just like, guys, there's other games we have, and everybody's just like, no, we have to beat you tonight. I was like, it's not gonna happen. I'm like, as much as I love playing Mortal Kombat, I'd rather that we all have fun, and it would just be like, can you play someone other than Noob? I'm like, I don't know anybody other than Noob, so I'm gonna play Noob. And it was just, it was fun for me, and everybody else would just like stay there and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you."
Mm-hmm. Then you're like, "That's not gonna fucking happen."
I would never let up on any of them. The only ones I'd let up kind of on people that were freaking out. Like my brother would freak out all the time. He'd be like, "This fucking bullshit, man! I can't. This bullshit. You're just fucking spamming." I'm like, "I'm not spamming. I'm literally doing 4 different moves." But yeah, yeah, because Noob was kind of like everything.
Zoner, yeah,
he wasn't just he was overpowered because he was a zoner.
Calling it out.
That
bitch was broken.
He was broken.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it, man. He should straight up be banned.
He should have been banned because it was like, are you gonna jump in there? That's all right. I'll just teleport and fuck you up.
Teleport, get you into a grapple, and fucking.
There was 2 more broken characters than Noob, wasn't there? Like Melina and Cyrax.
Melina was pretty broken. Anybody that could kind of teleport was broken, but Melina and Cyrax definitely more broken because you had no idea. Like if you were blocking low, they would still fuck you up.
Mm-hmm. But like an 80% combo with like Cyrax before.
Yeah. I just know with Noob, he's great. Yeah, it's insane. Like, Mortal Kombat 9 was like, there were broken characters and they never updated the games. They were like,
it's fun.
Yeah, these characters are broken. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Mortal Kombat was definitely a fun one. So I agree with your pick.
Yeah, it's just like I said, nothing was more pleasing growing up than, like Chipper said, like somebody's will be like, "Oh, I could totally beat you that game." Or like, I've been playing for a while, man. I think we should fucking grab the sticks. And I'm like, I don't think you want this.
They don't know how wrong they actually are.
I don't
exactly.
I don't think you want this pain train that's coming out of the station, man. It ain't fucking like, it's not going to go well.
Like, dude, this is not going to be fun for you.
Yeah. And then I drop them on their head and get like. I mean, granted, whenever I met Tyler, Chipper, and Cody and company, like, I had to up my game, like, dramatically.
It's a lot harder for us now, Brennan.
Yeah, because it's like
you and I are a good match, but, like, against Tyler and fucking Cody, we're garbage.
Well, no,
yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Like, it's always, like, fair.
I don't know about Tyler.
You're better at... All of you are better than me at Mortal Kombat.
Like, Cody...
Every other fighting game, I'll fuck your shit.
Cody definitely. Tyler's, like, resourceful. Like he always figured out figure out like decent combos with like certain characters that it's like, damn, like if he gets this off on me, like he's actually gonna get off like a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, I pride myself on my combo game. I just suck at defense and getting in.
Yeah, like as soon as you touch Tyler, it's over. But like,
oh yeah, that's true.
But like he'll get like some crafty shit on you, and it's like, damn, I didn't expect you to like be able to do that.
I try my best.
Yeah.
So
Cody's just god tier.
Yeah, Cody's just god tier.
Especially like if he lands a hit on you, it's game over.
Yeah,
like,
if he even looks at you, it's game over.
Yeah.
You let me have that round on you in Mortal Kombat last year, Cody. I swear.
Oh, calling him out.
Damn, Cody, you should have swept him.
He should have. I think he would have.
I took a round on him in Mortal Kombat.
I don't ever hold back. I just do bad sometimes.
Still took the
you guys are good still.
Well, see, in 2017, I swept Cody. So
yeah, you guys are still good.
I was before Cody owned the game.
Oh no, I would never say I'm bad at Mortal Kombat. I'm just like compared to Cody, I'm like, all right. So we're on to number 3 for Tyler.
Threes. Right? No, it's Cody's turn.
Oh, is it Cody? Oh my god!
Don't skip Cody.
Shit.
Cody,
tear it up,
number
Cody.
3.
All right, yeah. Well, I want to set the scene for this number 3 because it's worth it.
All right.
So imagine you're in a dank dungeon, right? You and your buddies are like searching around, looking for treasure, getting some some stories to tell to your friends. You get locked in a room, and just you can't get out. There's no way out, and somehow you get a knife in your hand. You hear a voice that tells you, kill your friends. And what are you left to do? You kill your friends, and
you fucking kill them.
You kill them all, and you have to leave.
Your game is Crawl, and it's also my number 3. We're gonna tag team this bitch to save some time.
Yeah.
What are the chances?
It's good taste, I guess. Yeah, Crawl's great.
Good taste.
Crawl is fucking epic, dude.
Like
Pixel-based dungeon crawling game. Oh man, it's like so unique too, because all your friends are trying to kill you.
Yeah. Let's lay down how this game works a little bit. I wrote a brief description so we can
for it.
Walk the audience through how this very complicated game works. So like Cody said, you start out in a room in a dungeon with you, and it's up to 4 players.
Ooh.
And everyone that's playing, you have to stab each other immediately. Only one of you can be alive at a time. So whoever's the last man standing gets humanity. Everyone else is a ghost. And y'all float around, and the guy who's alive has to get out of the dungeon. And he can go to shops and buy use gold that he gets to buy different weapons and equipment and buffs and different stuff like that to help him be stronger to get through the dungeon. And the ghosts at the same time can possess traps and stuff to try to deal damage, or they can summon monsters that they control to just fuck up the human. And if they succeed in fucking up the human, whoever kills him will steal the humanity from him, and they will become the living person.
Yep.
And then it's an endless cycle of everyone trying to kill whoever's alive and get humanity. And the goal of the game is the person who is alive needs to reach level 10, find the altar for the boss fight, do the boss fight. The 3 ghost people possess the boss and try to boss fight the living person. And if the living person succeeds in defeating the boss, then he wins the game. And if he does not, then everyone loses. There's no winners.
Wow.
Well, you have 3 chances to do this.
You have 3 chances to do it.
Wait, is it so? Does every single person have 3 chances, or is there?
No, it's 3 chances total.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I thought.
But
sure.
The game finds a really good mix between like strategy and just pure fucking chaos.
Yeah.
Depends on like how many players you have. Like if you have 4 players, good luck being the one to seal off the kills, because everyone is dealing damage constantly to the person who's alive.
Yeah.
And you really just have to kind of wait and plan out when you're going to like try to land the final hit to steal it away from everyone else who did shit. And just and being the human, like having to take on that many like foes at one time and try to figure out the correct like build to run with the stuff that's randomly generated in the shop. Like it's really fun. It's just a good time.
It's a great time.
Yeah, we've all played it together. So I mean, all of us know what we're talking about. Yeah, and it's a rad game. It is a rad game.
It really is.
All the designs for like the monsters in this game are really high level. And they have a really interesting. I mean, some of them are kind of basic, but other ones are like, wow, that's really unique. Like the chicken golem guy who chases you down and slams you on the ground.
Yeah, I would say all of like the higher level monsters are really unique. The lower level ones, it's like cool, it's a worm.
Mushroom.
Cool, it's a mouse. Yeah, they're like they're pretty generic. A mushroom that shoots mushrooms.
But when they evolve,
that is
but that's
well, it's like realistic. Like if you're dungeon crawling, you're gonna see goblins, and there's like, oh, it's a low level monster. Of course, you're gonna see goblins. But then you see the goblin boss, like Goblin King with the giant claymore. It's like, oh god, that's like the final level boss there.
And I think half the fun of the game is when you're first playing through it and unlocking monsters and characters, and you unlock some crazy looking motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
And you test him out for the first time, and everybody is just like, what the hell has just been awoken on screen? Like with the chicken golem thing, right? Like the first time any of us experienced that, like that shit's just brutal. You're not expecting this giant chicken with like human arms to just come and body check you across the screen and do crazy bullshit. And that's a lot of the fun of the game is, unlocking more powerful monsters and just experiencing the amount of bullshit you can throw at another character, and it's so much fun. And same with the humans, like just kind of going in and learning from all the different upgrades you can get, and figuring out what you're the most comfortable with, what are the most effective options, and saving your money in hopes that you can get a good item later, or like just buying crap early on because it's all there is. There's a lot of strategy to it amongst the randomness and the bullshit.
my favorite part about it is like if you're, because like me, how I play is like I just go for monster upgrades. I hate being the person. It's not fun to me. It's never been fun. Like I'd rather just die instantly. But what happens is like it's like if everybody else is upgrading their monsters, and the first time you're a human, since you're because like if you've never been the human, your level is so low. So like if you were the human for the first time and it's been like 3 rounds, everybody else has giant monsters. and you just get like gang banged by like a chicken monster, a mushroom that can teleport and spawn giant other mushrooms, and just like wizards that can shoot shit. You're just like, well, this is no fun. And you just die instantly. Like it's fun, but it does suck. Like I'm okay with that scenario for me because I'm just like I don't even like to be the person. Like it's not fun for me. But like people with like Tyler and Cody, like if it happens and they're trying to win real hard, and like we've just been upgrading our monsters, and like we each have a level 3 or 4 monster. It's just like, well, sorry, this is going to be an endless wave of just like us switching people because nobody else has been a person other than Tyler or Cody, and we're just going to kill you guys constantly until somebody wins the game now.
Yeah, it can kind of snowball if you get humanity late in the game and you don't get a chance to go to the shop. Like that can be kind of rough.
It's
for the most part,
it's still fun.
Oh, it's a great time.
It's a fun party game.
Because like you can still dodge and shit. So like even if you are like a level 1 human and you've never upgraded them or done anything with them, like you can just dodge and shit and try to get through and just go find the boss instantly, or just just go to the shop, spend some gold, and then just go straight to the boss if you want, and you could still win that way if you want. So there's a lot of options in that game. That's what I like. Because like I suck at being a human, but like there's been times where I've been able to make it to the boss and do a lot of damage, even though I've never leveled up my human. I'm just like, oh, I have a lot of gold still. I'll just go buy some stuff at the shop and I'll dodge everything and go to the boss.
Yeah.
So I like that it gives you options. That's probably one of my favorite things about it.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's a damn good game.
Yeah, it is a damn good game. I want to play it again soon. I haven't played it in a very long time.
Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll play this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's get one going. Dude.
Let's do it.
Ooh, yeah, since we have so many people, we can just like switch off rounds with so that like you or Cody are not just like constantly winning.
Why do you assume that me and Cody are always going to win at Crawl?
Well, no,
we always win at the fighting games. Crawl is anybody's game. Just
it really is
randomness.
But Tyler,
boss battles usually get enough like experience fighting against it. Seems impossible. Once you learn their like cycles, it's not that bad.
To be fair, Tyler's
really
the best at it because Tyler likes to go straight for the boss, but that's when he gets fucked up.
Yeah, I lose every time. I just like ending the game quickly. I'm
exactly.
Man, I'm just not going to give anybody a chance to do this. I'm still level. Like I just got to the level I could fight the boss. I have shit equipment. It's the worst boss option possible. Let's just eliminate everybody's chance of getting out of
exactly.
Here
No,
like, I just want us all to lose. I don't fucking care.
And that's a viable strategy, and I respect that. It's just like what I like about when Cody plays it. It's like he'll just like I'm just gonna level up, and like that gives us a chance, the rest of us a chance to level up our monsters. And it's like, all right, Cody, we're just gonna chicken sling the whole time.
I'm saying nothing satisfies me more than when Cody makes that decision to be like, I'm gonna go another round in the dungeon.
Exactly.
And then we just gangbang him in the first room of the next dungeon.
Yes.
Like, well, you're not gonna get that chance, Bucko. You should have gone for the door.
But Tyler likes to play where like, I'm just gonna go for the boss. Fuck
yeah. That's the goal of the game. I gotta take every shot I get, even if I know I'm just grossly underprepared for the challenge in front of me. I gotta do it.
There's only one boss that's impossible to beat.
Yeah, the
fucking squid.
Yeah, the squid thing. I hate that fucking thing.
He's impossible. I don't know. Has anybody?
Cody's beaten him pretty easily before.
Yeah,
but
he's pretty easy compared to like the dragon.
I have such a hard time with him.
Really, you think that dragon's harder?
If he puts out the acid in certain places, you just get stuck.
Yeah, but the squid
good. Don't
puts
get
you in a
stuck in a
bubble
corner.
and can kill you.
Anyways, the only problem with doing what Tyler does, if he loses 3 times in a row, he loses his file completely.
Yeah, but the file doesn't
That's
matter.
the thing.
It's not like it
That's-
saves anything.
Tyler
It's
doesn't
just
care
your
as
name.
long
I could
as-
type the exact same name in and then get it back like nothing fucking happened. You just lose your skull counter for how many times you've won.
Yeah.
But I'm not petty. I don't need that. I can remember how many
He
times I
is
won.
petty, and that's why he goes for. That's why you go for the bosses, because you're petty as fuck.
Shit.
You're the
Fair enough.
pettiest person I know.
Wow. Thank you. I'm gonna go pee.
For games.
But Brent, who's up? Chipper?
Wait.
I think
Yeah, I
so.
guess because you guys both.
Cody did a
Yeah,
game,
we did it. We tag teamed that bitch. Chipper, you're up.
So
Number 2, hit us with it.
I'm gonna go with Ratchet Deadlock.
Oh fuck! I gotta stay for this. I can't pee. I gotta contribute to this.
Sorry, bud.
I
Pee in the
can't
ball.
say
Dude, I could fuck this in Ratchet Deadlock, dude.
So first off, Ratchet Deadlock is the best technically Ratchet and Clank game, but
Yes.
it is just a Ratchet game because Clank is a pussy ass bitch and is not in it.
Shots fired.
Oh,
Yeah,
Damn.
take
Call up
that, Clank.
Insomniac.
But yeah, so the multiplayer is so fucking fun because the guns first off are just amazing and insane and just they're so quirky and weird that it makes the game way different than any other shooters. Cause you have the whip fucking, which is you have close combat and far combat and mid combat kind of guns, mid-range guns and shit. And each of them has their own weird little quirks to it. There's the nuke bomb, which is a kind of short range gun. You can shoot at far range, but since it's so slow, it's hard to hit anybody with it. So, but if you're close range, it's a nuke, and it will kill them instantly. And then, what was cool about the multiplayer is there are different modes. The whole. The way they did capture the flag, not capture the flag, but there was capture the point. You had to turn your wrench around, but people could kill you while you're doing that, and it was intense because you would my strategy was always with my teammate was oh, you go attack them, go distract them. I'm gonna try to get these wrenches. I'm gonna try to get these screws in so that we can have these points and just gain points.
Yeah.
But obviously people were well, that's the whole point of the game. So everybody would kind of puppy dog their bases and whatnot. But the fact that there were so many different bases that you could do that in, it was just so intense because you're is he gonna come over here? Is he gonna jump off the canyon with a vehicle and just shoot me, or is he gonna come around behind me? Is he gonna snipe me? What's going on? You had no idea what was gonna happen in that game because of the weird guns and the weird vehicles, and it was really fucking intense for me at least.
No, I agree. That game was intense as hell. That, honestly, growing up, that was one of my favorite shooter games of all time. It was basically, in the PS2 era, it was either Battlefront 2 or Ratchet Deadlock. Those were the only 2 shooting games that we were playing when we were together with friends. And the capture the point mode was probably the best mode because it was hard, especially if you're only doing 1v1. If you're going and taking a point, you have to sit there and just be completely exposed while you're cranking that thing. They can easily just come up and just rocket you in the asshole and you're just dead, and then they can take the point while you're respawning.
And 1v1 wasn't as fun, but it was still fun. But I would always usually have friends over, and we would screen peek. Basically, I wouldn't screen peek, but obviously that was an option.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I mean,
you want to call bullshit? But yeah, there were also the maps were super unique. There would be maps where it was some of the map hazards would be there'd be mines everywhere, and you would just you could run into them and die because they were heat-seeking mines. There was also a gun that did that too, but I remember there was that trench map that would like if you went in the trenches, there were like heat-seeking mimes constantly, or like there was like a auto turret that would shoot at you. That might have been during the death match, though. I don't know.
I feel like, right. I think in one of the game modes couldn't you like build turrets or something?
Oh yeah, okay. So
I think
was that not the control?
Yeah,
point?
there was one map where it was like just trenches. It was like a big grid of like trenches, and I think you could. It's been so long since I played this, so I'm sorry if I'm making shit up. But
no, we're not making shit up.
I know what you're talking about, though. I'm pretty sure you could make like turrets and everything. But the one gun was like a mine launcher, and you could put mines down. So the optimal strategy in that map was to just put mines in the trenches, so if they fell down, it would kill them instantly.
Yeah,
but I actually had like a primo strategy. Do you remember the map? That was like. It was like the stormy place, and there was a bunch of like floaty platforms. So what I would do, there was this one platform where the only way you could get to it was by grappling across several other platforms in a straight line, or jumping up on a jump pad to get directly to it. So what I would do is I would find the mine launcher. I would hop up onto that platform. I would spray mines out on like the entry point for the launch pad. So if you try jumping up, you immediately die. There's a sniper rifle up there, so you get that, and then you just post out on the other point where they have to like swing across, and you just pick them off, block off all their entryways. I never lost that map.
Yeah, the only way to lose that map is if they got the spaceship and they just like come up because they had rockets and everything.
I turned vehicles off. Fuck that.
But it was so hard. You turned the vehicles off, you little pussy.
Vehicles ruined all of the metagame. It was like
what are you talking
all
about?
The mind games left if you got the vehicles, because you just get in a spaceship and win. Like it wasn't fun anymore.
That's not
Fuck
true.
Vehicles, man.
Because if you had the sniper or any kind of like, I mean, there were a lot of guns that you could take down. The vehicles were still, they weren't very, like you could take them down very easily.
Yeah, they weren't overpowered. Me and my friends just didn't really find them to be that fun. So we always took them off. That was just our personal thing. Yeah.
Because like we would always have them on because like each side would have their vehicle, like the same vehicle, but different color, obviously. Yeah. And we were just like, there'd be people flying in the air shooting at each other. And then there'd be people just like, I'm going to go capture the points. Like, all right. Well, whoever wins this air vehicle, then in battle, we're just going to go around the map and just, if they don't have a sniper or any kind of like rocket launcher or anything, we're just going to go around and take the points. Right. And then, but obviously the vehicles don't recharge. So like, if you won the battle with like 30 health left, it'd be like, well, if they have any other weapon, they can kill us from across the map.
Yeah. I guess
like,
the thing...
it was fun, but like I do get your point where because there were certain maps where like we wouldn't play vehicles either because like the ground vehicles, fuck it, like those are horrible. Those are terrifying.
I mean, I think the thing with me too was that I didn't play that game 4-player as much as I did 2-player. So if you turn the vehicles on 2-player mode, it's ludicrously one-sided. If you get in a ship, like unless you have a rocket launcher, you're kind of fucked. So especially on that map. But also, another thing I liked about that game is that in the beginning, you could set, like, if you just thought that, like, the mine gun is too annoying, I don't want to fuck with that shit, you can just turn off every weapon that you don't want. You can pick and choose which weapons are available on the map for every round, which was
kind of like
really,
Halo.
Yeah, it was just really convenient. I thought it was, like, a nice touch. Where if, your friend's been fucking you in the asshole with a rocket launcher for the last 3 rounds, just be like, all right, no rocket launchers this time. Let's see how you do that. And then he still beats you. But, it's...
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. And plus, like, the character models were really funny and cool.
Yeah. There were some weird ones. I usually used the... I don't remember. It was like a shark. But
I used the shark too.
Yeah. It was like a shark with like human proportions. It was weird.
And I think...
And I also had a Jack and Daxter save file, so I got to play as classic Jack a lot too, which was fun.
I think they released because I ended up... You could just play him too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have Jack and Daxter, but like I had them as a character as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like such a fun game because since it was so different too. Like it was kind of like Halo, but if the weapons were super fucking weird.
Yeah.
So
it was more of like a cartoony take on third-person shooters, and it was a lot of fun. It was definitely my favorite Ratchet and Clank game for sure.
Oh yeah, and the map hazards were still really cool because each map did have their own map hazards. Some of them didn't have any, but there were a lot of maps too. So
there was a really good variety of maps too. Cool.
So that's my number 2.
Fun shit.
Well,
what's your number
2?
We're on 2. What's your number 2?
My number 2, unfortunately, Cody actually mentioned it before. I'll have to go with the Halo series.
Ooh.
Yeah. If I were to pick one, I couldn't really pick one, but I guess it'd be 3 and Reach.
Yeah, that's where I land too.
Yeah.
Reach more for the campaign, but we can't really talk about co-op. But the Forge mode and the ability to download different maps on game modes. I remember Joel.
Yeah,
you know Joel. We would the rest of you don't know Joel, but that's different. But I had a buddy named Joel and another buddy named Chris, and we would just get together and just download random game modes. We would pick the ones that the titles of them sounded the most interesting, and then just play them, and just chaos would ensue.
Yeah, and
it was just always a good time. And of course, Chris fucked around and made some maps and shit. But every time I picked up a controller playing Halo, I mean, it's simple, easy to play. Everyone just kind of has a good time.
Yeah.
So that, and plus, you can in game modes, you can super make like I was saying earlier, make players glass cannons where they can one hit anybody.
Right.
But then they can get one hit, just shit like that.
The custom games are definitely the best part of Halo in my opinion. And I'll talk about that more in depth in a few minutes.
Oh shit.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. To end the spoilers that apparently gonna happen later. My number 2 pick is the Halo series. If I were to pick one, can't really pick one. Probably Halo 3 and Halo Reach, because 5 doesn't have a split screen, so fuck 5.
Can't even be on the list. Doesn't qualify.
I can't include it.
Yep.
Halo series -5 is my number 2.
That's true.
Respect.
Good pick. All right, Cody, we're on to you.
Damn.
What's your number 2?
Mario Party 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, another double feature. Here we go.
So fun.
Tear it up.
I just Mario Party series has always been a staple in my life. I have a lot of cousins I grew up with, and we would always play every week basically. At least once per week we play Mario Party. Got really, really knowledgeable about that game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. We usually have the go 50 rounds and go a couple weeks before playing the finish a 50 round game. Go 25, take a break, and do 25.
Nice. That's a long haul game.
It's a long haul, and you get up to 20 stars. It's fuck. It's you can take all of them away in this turn, but goddamn it, I'm gonna keep going. Oh man, it was crazy. And also, only Mario Party 5 had the cart mini game that you could play.
Oh, see, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you unlock parts by doing battle mini games, and then you make crazy battle carts that you can play against your friends.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It is weird that they added that. It's cool, but it's just you can make this broken car and give your friend oh, you can only shoot bombs. It's you're fucked now. I'm just gonna shoot this thing, a bullet bill that tracks you across the entire screen. Why would you do this to me?
Because they hate you.
Exactly. It's
I know that.
So many good things about that game. All the levels were unique, cave level, underwater.
The cave level was so fun. I think the underwater one was the one we played the most.
It just was really beautiful to look at. And then there's the space one was the most annoying, but it was interesting.
Oh, it definitely was. Was that the one where they you would it would change the way you it would turn the map around? Yeah.
You go the opposite direction. It's what? And it's Jesus, that's so weird.
And then I think there were more Bowser spots than usual.
Yeah. And you can unlock a Bowser stage. If you beat the there's a story mode to this game.
Yeah, you can unlock
the
more.
Koopalings.
Yeah, it was really cool. I would say that Mario Party 5 is more my favorite.
it just like it had so much into like every Mario Party game like adds like a lot of interesting things and then take away other things, but they're all unique, but some were better than others.
Yeah, definitely the like mid release ones were better for sure because they were like that was definitely peak.
I mean, Chipper said a lot of things I agree with. It is like that's really like that's why it's number 2. I just have a lot of good memories with Mario Party.
It's just so fun and so angry.
Yeah, I mean, it never got into a fist fight, but
that was Wii. That was Wii.
I know. I have a feeling like you steal my star too many times, there, Chipper.
No, we didn't do that.
Okay.
We should have.
5th time, do it again, I'm gonna stab you. It's like, Jesus Christ, calm down, I won't. Steal a star. But yeah, it's a game that you can ruin a friendship for a week.
For sure.
Get over it.
I've been angry at friends for like, maybe not Mario Party 5, but like we've been angry that night.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mario Party 8 was the one we'd get mad at because like it was like the Monopoly mode would just like fuck you over. You'd be like,
Monopoly as a game like is a friend ender.
Yeah, and then they introduced that to Mario Party. You're like, this game's already angering
You're trying
enough.
to ruin friendships now.
Yeah, Mario. That was the only like Mario Party 8. The only game mode I liked was the Monopoly one because it was just like oh, you just spent like 100 coins on that. I'm gonna spend like 20 coins and just take your fucking hotel. Like, all right, fuck you. This game's over. I hate you.
Yeah. Well, that's really all I got to say about the Mario Party. I mean, Tyler, you can take your number 2.
All right. Well, my number 2 has been talked about twice, and it's Halo. But I actually picked a Halo because I didn't cop out. I'm going with Halo 3.
All right, so Tyler, that is my number 1, so we can tag team this one.
Oh, all right, yeah, let's. Wow,
Halo touch everyone's lives.
Yeah, all right, cool. So Halo 3 is basically like when I think of multiplayer games, Halo 3 is what jumps to mind. It's not my number 1, obviously, because we're talking about number 2s, but Halo 3, in my opinion, is like the pinnacle of the franchise. Obviously, the Forge mode was not as in-depth. The online probably wasn't as in-depth, but it's not what we're talking about, you know? I think Halo 3 sticks with me the most just because it's the one that I played the most growing up, and it's the one I play the most currently with my friends who have it. Like my friends from my hometown, they aren't like gamers so much as like we are, you know. But we play Halo a lot, and the main reason we like it is because of all the custom games we made in it, and I know Chipper won't necessarily be able to tag on the specific thing, but this is the main thing I wanted to get into. Was just like the variety of different custom games that me and my friends made that we play a lot, which is just what keeps us coming back because it's just so fun to come up with shit and play weird shit. So I'm just gonna hit you with like a couple different games that we have made. I'm just gonna explain them, and you can try them at home, maybe. So the first one is Screen Cheat, which we named before the game came out because that is a real game. But basically, just everyone is invisible. You only have swords. You do it in small maps, and you just have to like look at each other's screens to figure out where you are and murder each other. Super fun time, really hype. Everyone gets angry. It's a great time. But that's the one we play the least. The two we play the most. What's up?
First off, I would like to point out you probably figured that out on your own, but we also, as a group of my friends, because we had like 15 people we'd play with.
Yeah,
we would play that game too.
Nice.
Kind of. There'd be like, it was kind of like everybody else was invisible except for the dude that was impossible to kill.
Oh, okay.
It was similar. Like he would have to screen cheat, and everybody else would also kind of have to screen cheat, but it wasn't to kill him; it was to survive.
Okay.
It was a different kind of game mode, but it was very similar.
It's like
to
hide and
the
seek.
fact. Yeah, right. We actually called it hide and seek.
There you go.
Okay. That's fun. I've never tried that. I might have to do that next time I play.
It's a lot of fun. Like, you can kill the dude. I think we made it so somehow it was like from the back he was more vulnerable.
Oh, that's just like by default. You can like assassinate people from behind. It's like insta kill.
Okay, but it wasn't, since he had a shield, it wasn't insta kill because we could. It was weird. Like you could take his shield down with one hit from behind, and then you have to hit him another time. But like since he was so god tier, because like we made him have overshields out the ass, it was just like you had to hit him twice, and like at that point, like if you hit him, it was just like well, he's gonna find you and kill you because he was also fast. Like it was very similar to the way that you played your not your hide and seek, your screen cheat game. It was just like only one person was visible.
Gotcha. Yeah. Another game we did is called Deadeye. And I think I've played this with you guys before. I might have showed this to you. So basically, everyone has one life. And you all have pistols, and that's the only weapon you have, but the pistol insta-kills. So you all spawn into the map, and you have to find each other, and everyone just has to shoot. You have to get a shot off before anyone else does. And if you're the last person there, then like once everyone but one person dies, it moves on to the next round. And it'll cycle through like 10 rounds, and whoever gets the most kills throughout the collective rounds is the winner. And it's super, super intense because like you can't fuck up. If you see another person, you have to be the one to fire first and hit the mark first, or you're dead. And it's super intense, and I have so much fun with that. And that's a game type you can do on literally any map. It does not matter. You can do it on giant maps. You can do it on small maps. It's just a blast. And we usually do it with the speed cranked all the way up. That's for all three of these game types I'm talking about, though. We crank the speed all the way up just because it makes it more fun, in our opinion.
Yeah, you got to be either an ambush master or just have like the quickest reflexes.
Yeah, and like getting trick shots in that, like when you're in like the sand dunes map and you just fucking do like a 360 flip around and get a headshot, it's like the most intense thing ever.
Like 1440 fucking headshots.
Yeah, like it's so satisfying.
Yeah. So Tyler, I think we should go like because I think obviously we both had different game modes that we played. I think we should go. You do one, I do one.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
What's yours?
So mine, one of the ones we played most was called Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, I have seen that one before. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like everybody else is in a ghost, and you are the one person. You either have I think you have both a sword and a grav hammer, but your goal is to kill everybody, and then if you don't kill everybody, you don't win the round. You don't get the point. Whoever kills you gets to be the new Ghostbuster. So like it was just a fun game, man, because like you can take, if you are the Ghostbuster, you get hit like 100 times, but it's still super hard to like hit everybody because they're in ghosts, which are super fucking fast.
Right.
And we made it so that you can't like jack vehicles from anybody. So it's like, but like, so you were super slow as the Ghostbuster, but obviously you had a lot of health and you could just like kill everybody basically in like 2 hits.
Nice.
But like, since it was so fast with a ghost, it was a hard game, and it was super intense in the same way as basically every Halo 3 game mode is, because that's how everybody made it. It was a lot of fun for us.
Yeah.
I played that game mode probably the second most out of the game modes we played. And you can play that on any map, pretty much. There's a certain map that we made in like that one enclosed map where it was just like a factory.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time. I'll have to try that also. That's the great thing about Halo 3. Like, there's so many good game types you can like come up with. Just flex your creativity, come up with the craziest bullshit possible.
Yeah, for real.
The craziest one that me and my friends made. This took probably years of perfecting, of like remaking it and rebalancing it and tweaking it over and over and over and over and over and over again until we finally came up with like the definitive balanced way of playing it, and it is called Last Man Standing. And this is our favorite fucking game type to do. Basically, you start off, and one of the 3 or 4 of you, however many of you are playing, is the last man standing, and he has max overshields, insta-kill, a grav hammer, a Spartan laser, unlimited grenades, and everybody is max speed. And you can only do this on large maps, or it is not possible to beat this guy.
Yeah.
So, the other players all spawn with random weapons. 2 random weapons, no grenades. They can pick weapons up off the ground if they spawn with shit. The last man can't. That's a way of balancing it. He has the grav hammer and Spartan laser. That's all you get. So the goal is to kill the last man standing. You got to work together and take this guy down. But he's got a just obscene amount of shields. So how are you going to get through this? Well, we took off shield regeneration. So it's basically a health bar, right? So you're just going to try to whittle him down as much as you can. The problem is, if the last man gets a kill on you, he steals all of your health back.
Yep.
Oh.
So it's a constant game of trying to distance yourself enough from the last man to be able to get damage off and slowly whittle him down while staying far enough away from him or out of his line of sight so that he can't just body you and get all of his health back. And depending on how good or bad the people you're playing with are at this game, it can go on for really, really long periods of time. You can get the last man down to where he has no shields. He's like 1 hit away from dying, and he just goes off on a kill streak and gets all his shields back. Racks up like 100 kill streak. I mean, it can go on for a long time, but it is super intense and super fun, and it's just fun ganging up, teaming up with your friends and just shitting on one guy,
yep.
and having one guy just dunking on you too. I mean, I'm just very proud of the amount of time and effort we spent balancing a fucking Halo 3 game type. It literally took us a year or so to fully balance this game out. But yeah, that's my favorite mode to play in Halo 3 for sure.
That is very similar to what our favorite mode was, except for not as in depth. Our favorite game mode that we play, we'd get 20 people to play online. Because, pretty much at that time, everybody in our school would have Halo.
Yeah. And online, this doesn't count, Chipper. It's local multiplayer.
We can play local, too. Either way.
Fair.
But obviously not as 20 people. But, so I guess you could play this game mode either way. We would do it either way, too. Because we would have LAN parties as well.
Mm-hmm.
But not to the extent that we played online.
Right.
So this game was called Mr. President, which was what happened. My buddy Gus, he improved the game mode, which this was a game mode that you could download the maps and whatnot, and it was so 3 people. There's the president who only has a pistol, and then he has his Secret Service, which are 2 other people, and they have battle rifles. And so Mr. President has an overshield, he doesn't have max overshield, but the map was, there was the White House, but what my buddy Gus did was amazing, which he would make it to where he found a point in the map, which was the factory map, which was enclosed. There was a point where you can go outside and build the map outside of the actual map, but it didn't count as outside of the map. So he would build teleporters everywhere throughout the map that you could try to assassinate the president as the opposite team. So we would just play that constantly. It would take forever because it was super tactical. Because everybody else was basically the assassins were 1 hit basically, and you would just keep respawning, and we would have a time limit of 5-10 minutes. But it was so intense because the map was so large that since he figured out a way to build the map outside of the actual map and just go crazy with it, he would put certain weapons to where you would have to run to the boundaries, and if you didn't get the weapon in time and come back, you would die, and you just want to get that weapon, which, like, so he would put a rocket launcher on top of the facility, I think was the map, and that was the way where, like, you could just win, because it would break through every overshield.
Oh,
but we would just get so many people together and just play that game mode for hours, just constantly, because, like, if you killed the president, obviously you were the president, and, like, your whole team would just change up, and it was just random whoever was on your team.
Yeah.
And the fact that you would be like, oh, I'm playing with my brother Scott, who was horrible at Halo. Oh, he's my Secret Service. This is gonna be fun. I'm just gonna sit in this corner and try to defend myself. And we made it so that the president couldn't pick up any other weapon, so he only had a pistol. And it made it so, like, if someone got into the White House, he like basically would just have to, like, hit them with his pistol constantly so that he could win, because everybody else with, like, shotguns or needle rifles, and it was just so crazy and so weird, because we would try our best to, like, get in between the cracks of the White House and just, like, shoot in at him with the shotguns and every other weapon that we had.
Yeah.
But obviously everybody could shoot back at you, so it was just, like, silent for so long. We'd be sitting there just sneaking around, because, like, since we either all be on the same room or in the same party, we would just be like, we couldn't talk to each other. We would just have to, like, have this, like, head nod movement towards each other and just, like, all right, I'm gonna go in, and, like, there'd be, like, 15 assassins going in on these 3 people, just like, all right, I think we can take them. And then it would just end up in just a massacre. Like, there would just be bodies stacked everywhere.
Wow.
But yeah, that was probably my favorite game mode, just because you could have so many people, and it was just the outcome would be just like you just wouldn't know what the outcome was going to be, and that's why I liked it, because it was always different and it was always fun.
Hell yeah, man. That's the wonder of Halo 3. Custom games
the best
are lit,
Halo.
And it's the best Halo, and no Halo will ever be as good, even if it is technically better. Halo 3 holds a special place in my heart, and obviously holds a special place in your heart. That's why it's your number 1. That's why it's my number 2. Everyone had Halo on their list. Go Halo!
Yeah.
Everyone loves Halo. Go Halo.
All right, so who would be after me? Was that Brennan?
Me.
Yeah. What's your number 1?
My number 1. Now this game it's a little more known for its online element, and some of them the campaigns are hot fucking garbage. But my number 1, and this is more for, like, recently, like whenever me and Tyler used to live together and stuff, I gotta go with the Call of Duty series.
Hell yeah, man.
Really? All right.
Hell yeah.
It's always fun to, like, get, like, a group together. I mean, even if you guys are, like, fighting against bots, or, like, you know, you just get on Nuketown and you want, like, madness, you know, in the Black Ops series.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, or me and Zach would get on, like, World War II and get, like, you know, a few people together, and, like, play around, like, if you want more like a grounded feel. But like I said, it's more known for its online element. Like, it's, like, people from God knows where. But,
yeah,
you know, I don't know. I always thought it was fun as far as, like, you know, like, the gun handling was always nice in those games. There's always, like, an element of chaos mixed in with, like, you know, an element of, like, precision as far as, like, you know, being able to, like, outthink your opponent. Like, let's say you're in, like, a 1v1 or, like, a 2v2 or whatever, and you kind of, like, set yourself up in, like, a perfectly ambushed position and shit like that. Like, I don't know. I've been playing Call of Duty since the beginning.
Right.
It's just it's always been my game. So
yeah,
they've had different game modes that, like, they have a pretty good kind of game mode creation kind of mode, because I remember there was the Mike Myers game mode that you can create.
What?
You've never heard of that? The Mike Myers?
Yeah,
Brendan has. If you've owned Call of Duty, you've played Mike Myers.
Yeah, there's Michael Myers. It's where, like, one guy, like, it really got popular in, like,
Call of Duty too.
Yeah, Call of Duty 2, but like MW2, it got huge because then like you'd have a tack knife, like the attachment on like your pistol and shit, or like in certain ones of the games you would only be able to like wield a knife, so it made it like a lot more interesting. But I don't know, like the different game modes that are in the game, different rules you can kind of come up with. I don't know. I just really enjoy playing it.
Yeah, you could. There were different. Like you could. I think not MW. MW2 kind of had that kind of stuff, but I think it was like Black Ops 1.
Where
you could like turn down the damage on certain weapons and just make it like different game modes.
Well, you could give.
It was fun.
You could give like different teams or like different kinds of players like more health or like less health.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar to Halo. Like a lot of games copy off of Halo.
True.
Yeah, they try their hardest.
But yeah, like like I say, like certain guys like on one team, like if you have one guy on one team, like a bunch of people on the other team, and you give him like 500% health, while everyone else is like 30. Then you could kind of have like a similar like last man standing game mode, like you guys were talking about with Halo, but in more of like a Call of Duty setting,
right?
I don't know. I always enjoyed playing them. Like I said, sometimes it's silky smooth. Sometimes though they fuck it up.
It happens with everything.
Yeah, like I remember like when World War II came out, I was like, holy shit! Like the sprint out times in this game are retarded. But it's just like sometimes they try to like change it up. And like make it more nuanced, and they end up just tearing it up. But the new Modern Warfare though that's coming out like tomorrow. Like,
does it really come out tomorrow?
Yeah, it does come out tomorrow.
Shit, I already to date the episode, but I didn't know it came out tomorrow.
Oh, sorry about that.
no, you're fine.
But I already have it downloaded and everything. Like I played the betas and like it almost felt like Battlefield kind of.
Is that a good thing or a bad?
I think it's a good thing.
It's all right. I mean, Call of Duty has its own style, in my opinion.
Yeah, Call of Duty always had its own style, but it was always a kind of somewhat arcadey / like cartoony.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the shit that goes on, like it's like kind of unrealistic as far as like
it's very unrealistic.
I'm just gonna like you got motherfuckers like running into rooms with like RPGs, like blasting them off of the ceiling, and, like everyone in the room is dead. It's like, well, that was productive. Like you killed half the enemy team, but then you also murdered yourself.
Oh my god.
Like
surviving nukes.
Yeah, like the stupidest shit like imaginable. You're like, there's no fucking way like this would ever happen anywhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But
I remember what is it? I think it was either MW. I think it was MW2 where like you had the game mode where it was like everybody. Not everybody. It was like it was like you had a team, but it was 1v1. I think it was kind of like a custom thing that you did. It was like everybody had one life. It was everybody would get in search and destroy mode, and then instead of like shooting each other, you would try to knife each other with tack knives, and it was like kind of king of the hill. I don't know. It was like so two people would start off the match. You would if someone won that, the person that won got to would face someone else from the other team, and you would just go until you were the last team standing.
Yeah, I played that. It's kind of like King of the Hill.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the hell it's called though.
I don't remember because like it wasn't a game mode that you could make. It was just like we're gonna play Search and Destroy because there's one life, and it was like instead of actually planting the bomb, you would just like stab each other in a circle. It was like the death pit or whatever.
It's kind of like a 1v1 duel.
Yeah, and it was just like everybody would stand off to the side on your team, and like whoever was next, you'd be like, oh, I'm going to challenge that guy, and you would just stab each other, and then whoever was the last man standing would win. Obviously, it was fun. It was really cool. Like
what the fuck is happening in the background right now? Someone just spilled marbles or something?
That's up in my house. I have no idea what happened.
So like someone fired a gunshot from like really far away. So it's just like popped a pistol like down the block or something.
Yeah.
To me, it sounded like someone just like fucking kicked the door down and threw just like a bushel of marbles on the floor.
Jess probably threw my dog across the room. Not threw room. It just like
And he
pushed him.
dissolved into marble.
No, because he's claws.
Shattered
really
into a million pieces.
All right.
All right.
Oh, well, that was my number one. Call of Duty.
Yeah. I will say
I
before
respect
we
that.
move on, I do enjoy playing the zombies with my buddies back home.
See,
every
I
now
wanted
and
to.
then.
I thought about that, but wouldn't that be considered co-op?
That
Yeah, it would be.
considered
You're
co-op.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Fuck what I'm saying. I'm out of line.
Now that spoiler alert,
Spoiler.
Yeah, if we do a fucking co-op list,
major spoiler.
guess we know what's going to be in your list.
Number one on everyone's list.
Yeah. Cody, what's your number one?
I guess I'm gonna end it, huh?
I still have
No,
to go,
Tyler's
but you
too.
know, fuck
Yeah,
me, I
you
guess.
can end it if you
Fuck
want.
Tyler.
Did you do your number one already?
No, I did my
That
number
was-
2, and then it was also
Oh, it's the
Chipper's
same
number
one. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, mine's dumb. It's just Smash.
Really?
Would you say
Yeah,
Smash
as a
Bros?
party game. Yeah,
I
Oh,
guess
okay.
that makes sense. I can respect
That's
that.
fair.
it has been in my
Fair enough,
life
fair enough.
since the very beginning, like 64. I've been playing Smash all that time.
Now,
So,
do you like it with the items on, or
I mean, do you want to do it competitively or do you want to have fun?
no? Obviously, competitively they hate it, but like, do you
I don't
have
really mind
fun with
either
the
way.
items on?
I have fun with items on.
Okay, because there's
It
a
just
lot
adds
of
like
people,
chaos to it.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of people that hate the items on, even like non-competitively.
No, it adds another level to it. Like get that like these Pokeball, get like Lugia, and just win.
I think the most fun way of playing Smash Bros. Is having only Pokeballs on and have the item rate at high, and then you just like
Yes.
It is really
constant
fun, yeah.
Pokemon bullshit happening.
Like don't
all
even
the time.
attack each other. It's only use Pokemon.
Yeah.
I
I've done
played
that
that-
enough times.
Yeah.
I played that with friends recently, and they did not like that at all.
Well, your buns are whatever.
Guess your friends suck the big
Yeah.
one, huh? There,
Yeah,
Chipper.
no,
buddy.
they really did. I was
Oh,
just like,
yes.
"We're gonna play Pokemon balls only." And they're like, "What are you
Let's go.
talking about?" I was like,
You don't play Smash like that.
"Yeah, that's literally what they were like." I don't like this. Like, it's I don't know what's going on. I was like,
Yeah,
"That's the point of the
It's fun.
game."
What are you, poor? We're playing no items. We're gonna go to town. We're pros.
1v1 me, bro.
Just fucking item shit. What do you want to have fun? Fuck that.
I know.
Fuck
Like,
them.
Final destination, no items, Fox only.
you
Hop
want to
on
play
my
the
dick.
Melee only.
You can't play the game how it was kind of designed how to play. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
We will cut out 99% of this game. We will play it the way it's meant to be played.
Nah,
I
whatever.
consider
I don't-
myself a
That's
bit of a
horrible.
purist.
I see that mindset, but it's just like you play games however you want to. Like if you want to play like that, go for it. But a lot of people don't like that.
Or even
So-
then, just have like one match where it's like, you know, without and one match with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if you're the type of person to say it's like, oh, Fox only, you're the type of person that's not want to have fun. They're just like,
Yeah,
you play
that's true.
competitive. That's it. It's like, okay, dude, you're not coming back over.
Oh, yeah. So, like, the people that are in that mindset are probably the same people that are pissed that, like, why is only Smash Ultimate at EVO now? Why'd they get rid of Melee? I want to haul my CRT TV to the fucking venue and play that shit. Give me my GameCube controller and my shitty graphics. I want to wave dash. I don't want more characters and better graphics and more fun. Give me Melee or give me nothing.
Oh,
I'm gonna suck my own chode in the corner.
so fun,
Yeah.
Chode. Like,
I don't know. I like Smash a lot, and I really appreciate like all the time it's been at parties or with my cousins or with my brother. Like it is a good time. Always
Yeah.
been a good time.
Yeah, I respect that. I think Smash is really good in like party environments. That's where I've always enjoyed it.
Like I can appreciate the one-on-one too. It's like if you have someone who's really into it and you're playing them, you get like learn how they play. It gets really hype.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Because when people are laming it out, 1v1 is like fuck you.
yeah,
I get it's a viable how you win, but come on, don't be a dickhead.
Right.
yeah.
And Cody, I have to ask because you did cheap out again. What is your favorite Smash Bros. game?
ooh.
It's Brawl, of course. No,
Random
Melee.
tripping for the win.
I played a lot of Melee when I was younger. Didn't do any of the cool stuff. But I guess the one I like the most is Ultimate. Just Ganondorf's is viable now.
Yeah, that is
He's
correct
always been
answer.
viable. Fuck you.
No, he's more viable now.
I
I
mean,
I
you-
loved him. I played
He's
him
been
since
viable
he came
for
out.
you, Cody.
I played him since he came out, but he's even like competitively viable now. Like you can actually do good in tournament with him.
Tier
That's
lists
fair.
don't mean anything, Cody. If you believe in
No, he just
yourself,
gets Listen, he gets comboed to death. Like light guy can combo him off the screen consistently. So it's just like, fuck you.
I don't know.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know. The guy won Tekken Worlds with Panda. I'm just saying.
That's
tier lists
different.
don't mean anything.
I didn't say it like that. I'm saying from viewing it. Like, sure, if you're really good, yeah. Like, come on. Have you played it like that? Like, matchup?
I don't know. Maybe you're just not good enough.
I never said that. I never said it was good. So, yeah. Anyways, but yeah. Go on, Tyler. You're number one.
Oh, yeah. It is me.
Play us out.
Okay. So, obviously, there's only one game that could rank above every other game on planet Earth throughout all of history and all of time. There's only...
Yeah.
No, that was close, though. Almost made my list. But there is only one game that has reached the pinnacle of local multiplayer. Y'all know what it is. The public doesn't. It's very obscure. But y'all have experienced it. Motherfucking video ball! Oh yeah! Don't groan. You know it's the hypest game.
We're all groaning.
Oh yes.
I'm taking a piss.
So for those of you who don't know what video ball is, which is probably all of you,
anybody,
especially since there's probably only one person listening to this, it's probably you. You probably haven't heard of this.
Fucking dog.
Shut the fuck up! You love it.
Is
you
hot.
know it. Hop off my dick. So here's what video ball is. You know that game Asteroids? You know that really old game Asteroids? You ever wonder what if it was a sport? That's video ball. Right there, that's video ball. You play on teams. You are triangles. You shoot triangles. You shoot the ball. You hit it in the goal. There's different maps. You can set the point values. There's a creepy voice that talks to you the whole time. There's happy fucking music playing. You can do whatever you want. You can change the color scheme to random things. You can make a lot of balls. You can make a few balls. You can make the points different. It's whatever you want it to be. It is the ultimate sport. It is the game of kings. Only true champions will play video ball.
No one agrees with you.
Everyone agrees with me if they've played it. No game is more hype than video ball.
Your delusions.
I remember specifically the first time I sat you down to play video ball. I was like, Brendan, I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to learn you how to play some real man sports.
And then you whoop my ass.
No. I remember specifically, we played the opening 5 seconds. You looked me straight in the eyes and you said, Tyler, this game fucking sucks. And I hate it. And literally 15 seconds later, you were up on your feet fucking yelling with the rest of us. Hype as hell, super angry. This is a game where you check your fucking friendships at the door. No one survives. Your teams are constantly switching if you play it correctly, right? So you never know who to trust. You never know who you're gonna fucking bring down to your level and prevent from winning. You know? Like, it's fucking intense. Everyone is always angry and always yelling, and it's amazing. No sport that has ever existed, game or real sport or otherwise, has ever achieved the levels of hype that video ball has achieved.
He's kind of right with the hypeness. Like, it's not that fun of a game, but it's super fucking hype.
The thing is, he is. I'm not even like the hype train. Like, as far as like, you need to leave your feelings at the door.
You really fucking do.
I almost lost a friend last time we played video ball. Kyler was not happy with me.
Well, yeah, that's just because, like, every time you play, you just go around, like, fucking up, shooting in your own goal, and, like, fucking around.
No, I don't shoot my own goal. I shoot everybody
carry
on the
your own fucking weight. What are you doing, you imbecile? Jesus, you're costing me the game. And then you're just, like, floating around in the corner.
No.
Jack shit.
So my goal is to incapacitate the other team. And in my mind, I haven't told my teammate this yet, but I tell them, you're supposed to go for the goal while I incapacitate them, but they don't ever do that. Nobody ever fucking does it, and I get mad because I'm like, what are you doing? They can't move. Shoot the ball. Shoot the fucking ball.
You gotta communicate.
No, I shouldn't have to.
Even hype when we're just talking about it. You don't even have to be playing it to get worked up about it. That's how raw and real video ball is. It's the game of kings.
The only reason that is number one on Tyler's list is because him and insert teammate here usually PP smack.
That is not even remotely true. I get fucked up all the time. That game is pure chance. There is no skill involved.
Yeah, but then you guys bang like 10 pointers and
no, that was IDARB. IDARB was the game.
Oh, that was IDARB. IDARB is
which I'm shocked was not on either of our lists, but you know, whatever.
Never mind.
It's because nobody wants to play us.
Yeah,
So-
that we literally ruined the game because Chipper and I, and iDarb is a game where you play as like these pixel people and you shoot balls, and it's hype as hell. But everyone
It's
that we
basketball
know hates
soccer.
it because we sat in the training room and practiced doing 10-point pussy shots just for hours
Oh, that
until we
game.
lined up. We
insane.
knew the exact spot on the map we had to get to, and then we just dunked them in over and over and over again.
And
But-
no one wanted
and
to
just
play us.
ruined the game for everybody else.
Everybody.
I remember the last time we played with you and Chipper's brother, and we played for about 10 seconds, and you both just set your controllers down, and you were like, no, we will not have it. We're leaving.
I'm not doing this.
Well, hold on. First off, how it started was Tyler and I are like, you guys want to play video ball? And my brother, or not video ball, you guys want to play
iDarb.
iDarb?
Yeah.
And I told my brother about this, and I told him the secrets that Tyler and I know, and he's like, not really. You guys are just gonna kill us. And Brendan's like, I don't even know what this game is. You guys are gonna fuck us up. And we were like, all right, we're playing an iDarb, and we started the game, and both Scott and Brendan were like, what's going on? What's happening? We've scored 20 points already.
the round's been going for about 13 seconds, and we were already down by like 30 points.
I have never been so disrespected in my life,
And
but
we-
in a sporting event.
We were trying to hype them up. We were just like, oh yeah, you guys got
Oh, this
fucked.
game's
And they were
so
just like,
fucking sick. This game's so fucking lit.
sick
You'll
for
love
us
it.
'cause we weren't
You'll love
trash.
it. Meanwhile, I'm getting fucking dunked on for 10 points, and I'm like, this game fucking sucks.
you guys were like, I don't
can't
even know
do
what
this.
happened.
Oh my god.
I had no idea. I all of a sudden the ball's in my goal, and I'm like, how the fuck? And it says like 10 points. And I'm like, what the fuck?
But that's why video ball's better. Because you can't do the malarkey like that.
It's true. It's true.
I don't know. There's some malarkey.
There is malarkey, but it's not to that level. It's anyone's game.
Yeah, you know.
It's the game of kings. We should replace wars with video ball matches.
Yeah, if fucking Kyle would read my mind.
Yes, video ball. It's real, it's raw. It's the best game ever. It cost me like $1, and it was the best $1 I've ever spent
If
in
it
my
ain't raw
entire life.
dog, then nah dog.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
All right.
If that didn't get you hyped up, I don't know what will. But we got to wrap it up because we've been going for an excessively long time. Kudos for all of you who have sat through this entire thing.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm sure
Thanks, Mom.
if anybody has, who knows? Maybe it's no one. It's probably no one.
Who gives a fuck?
But we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank you all for sitting here and listening to us talk about video games for a very long time. Thank you for checking us out. If you liked what you heard, please give us a little thumbs up, a little like, and maybe consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. We do this podcast semi-frequently, and we do tons of random topics, and yeah, who knows what we'll be doing next time. It's going to be something completely different than this. Also, let us know what your top 5. All right, we have been the Talks a Lot Boys, and we will talk a whole lot more next time. We'll see you later.